Yeah! I waited a long time for this.
Six called me up, told me fuck that old stuff.
Let's go!
Well, I got something new for you, homie. Triple X. SIXXEXO.
Yeah!
Let's go. Old hoes got new tricks, old folks hate my new whips, old chill spots got upgraded, F vodka and Netflix, old J's for these new fits, old Blaze backwoods piff, old bills that I got them faded, now deposits and checks ripped. My old homies was reckless, whipping in the bando, couple white girls jiggling topless, rock mixed with dotness, rock life recognized, far from a thug but I got mine, and an 18-month-old with my initials giving me the 9 to pop mine, and it's registered, so I sit next to your body while you shot crime, card in my hand on my head, tell a popo, yeah I shot mine, stop line, that confession, that shit was so cold. Another nigga beef that was watched last week, man, that shit was so cold. Yeah, let's go.
Getting to the money while you sleep, yeah. I'm on some new shit. Hard work pays off. Bitch, your boy about to take off, and I ain't coming back down.
Yeah!
And I ain't coming back down.
Triple X, baby! We finally here. Dedication, motivation, that's just part of the game. I can't explain all of the things that really made me insane. I put my soul in these rhymes to take my mind off the pain. Nobody helped when I failed, nobody gave me a thing. I made my way through the darkness, now I'm as bright as a flame. Thought I wanted some fame, but all I wanted was change. Now everybody can see me, now they screaming my name. Man, I done came long ways, and I'm just glad that I came. And now I'm shitting on these niggas, and I'm just doing my thing. It ain't shit they can do, but just sit and complain. Bitch, I'm fly as a plane, boy, you simple and plain. Bitch, I'm running the game, and you ain't running the thing, nigga. Yeah!
Getting to the money while you sleep, yeah. I'm on some new shit. Hard work pays off. Bitch, your boy about to take off, and I ain't coming back down. And I ain't coming back down.
Yeah! Okay.
Yeah, man.
In case you didn't know.
Oh, they know, homie.
What time it is.
My G, they know.
Or what I'm on.
They know. I do.
I simply tell them, catch up, nigga. I'ma say it again.
Brand new.
Yeah!
Ketchup or mustard, bitch. I'm out.
I'm on some new shit. Grind hard all week. Getting to the money while you sleep, yeah. I'm on some new shit. Hard work pays off. Bitch, your boy about to take off, and I ain't coming back down. And I ain't coming back down.
Acknowledge me.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor, where no topic is off limits.
I ain't trying to fuss, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus your nuts will touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I leave you laying, I leave you breathless. As human beings, instead of being so many try to be. You ain't seen what I have seen in my society.
Hey, I'm just a man with a microphone. always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations.
Straight Talk Sessions live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
You would think after doing so many of these shows that I would still not be acting like I don't know what's going on the technical side. What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I am back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition. So you guys know real quick before we get into today's show, the Man Talk Monday show, we do have a couple of announcements that I like to get to before my co-hosts jump on. And we will have today's show. We're going to definitely try to get you out within the 2-hour mark, probably less, just because I got a lot going on, and I gotta and this week is a very, very busy week as far as show wise and personal. So we're going to try to get you in and out. We won't cover probably more than 2 to 3 stories today, but the main event is going to be a fun one. Just a precursor to it, there was a particular video that we were sent, and I just thought it was going to be a slam dunk where all the fellas, we all were going to agree on it. There was nothing to see here. Let's move on to the next story. But it sparked probably like 3 days of debate. So so I definitely want everybody to hear how that went down. But before we get any further, shout out to the best moderator in the game, Tequila, who celebrated a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to you again. And your Dallas Cowboys did hook you up with a nice dominating win yesterday. So I know you're happy about that. Speaking of dominating wins, the good guys, hometown boys, Miami Dolphins, took care of business against the irrelevant New England Patriots. Be sure to check out the Dolphins deep dive show that I did yesterday. And you could come on after every Miami Dolphins football game, as long as it's in the daytime. And it's not a nighttime game. If it's a nighttime game, then I won't do it. I'm just trying to figure out what time I'm going to do it for this Sunday, because Miami plays a 9:30 a.m. game, which means that the game will be over before kickoff. So I may be able to slide in a 30-minute show before football starts. But I probably won't do that, just because I'd like to go over the other games throughout the thing. So also, you'll guys see, if you're looking in the chat, that there is a link in the chat that says, shout out to the queen of the Straight Talk Society, Nene, and I got some exciting news about her later. But if you look in the chat, you'll see a link. It should be in there. I can see it from this screen. I'm not sure what it looks like on the regular chat, but there is a link in there. I have created a backup channel, just because of all the haters that come over here and everything like that. I don't put it past these guys to try to flag my channel or anything like that. So in the event that happens, I do have a backup channel. So you guys go ahead and subscribe to that. It's called Welcome to the Society, with the number 2. And you will see my old logo over there, so you know that it is me. Go ahead and subscribe to that. So, worst case scenario, we will stream things over there if the haters continue to with their relentless onslaught. So that's what we have with that. So by way of announcements, tomorrow we do have Tape Fist Politics, and as I look in the studio, I don't see a flyer for it, but I do know that they will be talking about the new Speaker of the House, and with elections coming up soon, I'm pretty sure that they'll be talking about that. This Wednesday, we will be having Wrestling with Reality. We'll be doing the Crown Jewel show. We'll be doing the Crown Jewel preview show for this upcoming Saturday's Crown Jewel show coming live to you from Saudi Arabia. We just had to see that show starts at 1. So I don't know if the guys will be up to it, if they want to do the review show right after. I don't know. Or we may just push it back to Wednesday. It all depends. But we will be doing that show this Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we do have another debate over here. You will have Reginald Young versus Brother Duran. And the title of that debate is, does the Bible teach that the Holy Ghost is God or an angel? That will take place this Thursday, November 2nd at 6:15 p.m. So be sure to tune into that one. Then the following week, Brother Eddie Israel will be back with the second part of his presentation, Who Will Be Saved? All the Sons and Daughters of Adam. Then that following Thursday, I tell you, this is going to be a long, busy week. Upcoming week and month, and we're already booked into December. You will have the battle that just never ends. Peter Cox will be taking on Reginald Young, and the topic of that debate is, according to the scriptures, did Peter see God, and is Reggie a God-called minister? It's going to be a 2-part debate, 2 rounds. So one round will be Peter affirming his statement. Reggie will be affirming his statement in the second round. It was no need for 2 separate debates, so we just put it all in one. Then the following week is Thanksgiving. So the Thursday after Thanksgiving, it will be the first debate in the trilogy between Brother Stacy Mobley and my man Eddie Israel, and they will be doing basically a whole trilogy on the book of Deuteronomy. And this first debate is entitled, Do the Curses of Deuteronomy 28 Apply to Us Today? That will be taking place November 30th. I'm telling you, I had preliminary conversations with these guys on the phone about this debate, and what these guys are saying and what these guys are affirming, you will not want to miss this. And this is just the first part of a 3-part debate, because they will be, I think the next one was Deuteronomy 28, talking about transatlantic slavery or just Babylonian captivity. And then in the statement of all statements, Stacy Mobley says that basically the Israelites mean nothing to God today. And I hope I'm not butchering what he says, because I don't have it written in front of me, but that's basically his stance, is that Israel today basically means nothing. It's not, people are clamoring to be Israelites and it means absolutely nothing. So those guys are going to bang on each other for 3 weeks straight in the debate circuit, man. And I think that's going to set the standard here, like that. These guys are going to come with some info. You guys see that Eddie Israel is very studied. And Brother Stacy is I call him the hitman of the Straight Talk Society. Like, all he does is knock people out. That's all he does. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting to nevertheless to see what's going to happen with that. So what else do we have by way of announcements? Just want to know how you guys are doing. Before my co-hosts get on. What time is it? Yeah, they should be clicking in here soon, but just want to know how you guys are doing. How have you been this week? Hopefully things weren't too hard on you. Hopefully you didn't work too hard. You took it easy. You did your thing. You spent time with your family. This weekend I feel like I'm painting like crazy every week now, but I still found time between all the football games and everything, to take my wife and daughter out to brunch and things like that. So, you just gotta spend time with the family, man. You just gotta spend time with the family, and everything else will fall into place. I guess I'll just say this now. I was gonna save it for the end of the show. So I remember I was thinking today about when my daughter was younger and we were on our way to church for whatever reason. My wife was already there. I don't know, maybe she had to sing or something, I don't know, but me and my daughter were running late to church, and my daughter and my daughter was she just stopped. We came downstairs and my daughter just stopped and picked a rose, not a rose, but she picked a flower. And now we're already rushing, and I'm like, oh man, come on, we gotta go. And she looked at me and she was like, here, daddy, just I think she was probably like 4 at the time. She was like, here, daddy, smell this flower. And I just thought, I was like, man, you know what? First of all, the innocence of a child. And my thought to everybody today, before we get into our nonsense today, because we are going to get into some nonsense. I got we got a lot of foolishness to get in today. This is going to be one of those nothing too serious shows. But what I will tell everybody is just take a moment and stop and smell the roses. You know, I have production meetings every Monday morning with my guys, and I told them, like, yo, we don't have a break, we don't have a day off for a month. If you guys need to take a day off, go ahead, take some time off. Don't overwork yourself. The work's going to be here. I've been here 20 years. The work, it will be here. You know what I mean? Take that time off. And that's what I want to tell you guys before we get into all the shenanigans, because we are going to get into it. We're going to get real messy today. I will say, just take some time to stop and think of the more important things in life. I've been in conversations with Dr. Mia. You guys know we were supposed to do a show Friday, and I just went ahead and just told her, hey, take all the time you need, and I push it back to December. She's dealing with some stuff right now, and you know, the last thing I need to bother her with is a show. I mean, I know she still feels the need to have to come on and do what she does, but the last thing I need to bother her with is a show. But I think sometimes we take for granted life. Like your time expires so quick. You know, you got, when we were younger, our parents were living into their 60s, 70s and things like that. You weren't seeing guys our age, 30s, 40s, getting shot dead in the street and things like that. So life could be gone just like that in a moment. Just the fleeting moment, life will be gone, and it's all over. That's it. Your story's done. And I will just say, man, just take a moment, man, especially if you got kids. You know, one of our higher level managers told me today, he was like, you know what, dude? He said, I'm going home and I'm going to go play Starfield. I just need a mental break. And I was like, man, my homie Mike tells me about that Starfield game all the time. He's like, yeah, bro. He said, I got to jump on that game, man. And I'm just saying that, man, just, man, we get bogged down in so much stuff, man. Like, it's like every time I look at the news, somebody's getting, you know, taken out of here and everything's going bad. You could spend all your life trying to work and you'll never attain that number that you're trying to get. You could work all these hours, man. I got guys that work 60, 70 hours and they never attain that number that they're trying to get. And guess what? They work themselves to death. And for what? Can't take your money with you. Yeah, you could leave your money to your family. That's what good men do. They set their families up, but I personally want to be here to enjoy some of my hard work with my family. You know, I don't want to be the guy that when they close the door on me, it's like, oh yeah, man, he set his family up, but he's not here to he's not here to experience a damn thing with him. You know, it's very important. Mike always says it all the time, you know, wanting to get his daughter through college and see her get married. So and I echo the same sentiments. You know, I want so badly to be able to walk my daughter down the aisle, to see her hit all these landmarks in life and things like that. But as men, again, man, we just beat ourselves into the ground so much that it's like we don't care about ourselves. We really don't care about ourselves because it's been ingrained in our life that that's what men's supposed to do. Men work, they work to the bone, and then they die in silence. Well, I'm telling you, we got to change the narrative. Men need to take care of themselves, and men need to take their emotional days. Men need to take their personal days. If you want to stay home and just play video games all day, I was just telling my wife earlier, I said, look, I'm gonna just take a day off just so I could play Madden all day. Because every time I try to play Madden, I could only get like 1 or 2 games in before I had to do something else. And and check out this plug. If you do need to set your family up with life insurance, you could always holler at the queen of the Straight Talk Society, and she will take care of you. So I see Mike fell off. He must have dropped off just for a second. Oh, there he is. But we are going to get started with what you came. All right, Kev. We are going to get started with what you came to see. But before we do that, I did say I want to say something about the queen of the Straight Talk Society. Many of you don't know us because you guys don't know us personally. You just see us on YouTube and things like that. People think they know us, but they don't really know us. They just make stuff up. But my wife is a creator. As entertaining as I am on this mic, she is a million times more creative than me. And she launched a product over this weekend that, in a matter of days, and I'm talking about like 2 days, let's just say it was a very, very lucrative investment. And we will be putting the particulars together to get her product line out there as far as like the digital things that she does with AI and things like that. Cause she works great in AI. Like the logo that you guys see that I have now, she made all of that. She's really good in the AI, and we got to get you guys to her store so you can see all her t-shirt designs and things like that. We are going to start doing the Straight Talk with Trevor t-shirts, and I'm going to try to push it through her store. She wants me to do my own individual store, but I want to push it through her store. Because again, I don't really care about the money. I just, you know what I mean? I just rather go through her store. So yeah, but I do want to brag on my baby for a minute, man, just because she is very, very creative. And here's a person who knows what she wants to do in life, but she's still doing something else. But in the same time of doing something else, she's working on her dream that she wants to do full time. So that's what I did want to say on that. I hope I didn't spill your beans too much. So there you go. I see my guys are on the panel. So fellas, y'all ready getting some foolishness today? We got some funniness. When we come back on the other side, we're going to touch on this one thing that I've been seeing going around, and I do want to touch on it with you guys. So shout out to Michelle, shout out to Keela again. Happy birthday. Shout out to Ricardo. Everybody else watching the clouds, please make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you do feel so inclined, the super chats are open, or you could drop us a Cash App, and it will help with the production and the costs of this show and what we are trying to do. And trust me, we are trying to do a lot of things. We are actively trying to get this show with Mike and Venkat together with this basketball show. So just bear with us, man. We are trying to get a lot of things going. So with all that being said, we will be back on the other side of what you guys came to see. Man Talk Monday.
Acknowledge me.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, heart cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonition. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary, yes, I'm very necessary. Fans to see my adversary buried in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Straight Talk Sessions live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
It's Monday. It's Mad Talk Monday.
Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
I think that's my favorite part of the video is that spray paint feature at the back. Vancat's gonna be pissed when I tell him he got to put an updated picture of Kev on there. What's up, Wayne?
What's happening? Everybody in the chat, Kev, Mike, Trev. Shout out to my Dolphins, another win again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the young phenom Kev in the building.
Oh my God.
What up, my boys? I'm regular today. But what's up, y'all? What's up, chat?
And the man, the myth, the legend, Big Mike. What's up, Mike?
Zapase, my friends. How are you all?
You're not Haitian.
You're
not Haitian.
I know, but I want to
cut that out right now.
My bad. And I did a poll, Trevor. They said Nene is only a couple 100,000 more creative than you. It's not 1 million yet, but it's getting there.
Yeah,
couple 100,000.
Hey, I tell you, listen. Before Venkat came, I'll tell you, before Venkat came aboard and started doing all this extra stuff, like she was the driving force behind this, as far as doing all the all the banners and stuff like that. When me and Wayne had our conversation, she made up a nice video for that and everything. So hey, that's why I say I'm just the man with the microphone. That is it. So fellas, we got a fun show. We got a fun show today. We are going to get the main event. We're going to save for that video that just didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go. But before we get into anything else, I do want to get into this picture that I have seen going around, and I just want you guys' thoughts on it. I don't want to spend too long on it. We could go over it and make fun of it because I just think it's very, very foolish, and I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen it. So apparently some beanhead made a list of places that, and I wish I could put it off to the side. I hate when these things are just sitting in the middle like this. Some beanhead made a list of places that you can't take women on a first date. So again, like when I see stuff like this is comical to me. But let's just go through the place. And the first place on the list is a Cheesecake Factory. Like, come on, man.
This is literally a list of where I'm going to take first dates. That's exactly what I'm gonna go down the list.
Facts.
So I ain't even got to
Dead
think.
ass.
First 25 are already taken care of. Thanks.
So, all right. So this is what I'm gonna do then. So I'm gonna go through the list because I don't want to spend too much time. I'm gonna go through the list and y'all, because we are very objective over here. One thing about us, y'all see that us four guys do prove to be objective. So let me know if there's anything that I do read on the list that you think should be off limits. So here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date. And thank you to the ladies who reached out to help me make the list. So I guess they took a poll. So number 1 is the Cheesecake Factory. Number 2 is Applebee's. You got Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, Your House, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Like, what the hell is wrong with these women? Bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar just for drinks, Waffle House, and sporting events. So this is real quick for me. The only thing on there I just wouldn't take a woman to, just because I wouldn't be caught dead there myself, would be the Waffle House.
What?
I say fast food in the Waffle House. I ain't doing either one of those.
Y'all got to be out your mind. Waffle House? Man, you crazy.
Yeah, the Waffle
House for ratchets, bro. Every time you go to Waffle House, there's a fight
is
going
for
on.
4 a.m. You drunk and ain't nothing else open. That's what Waffle House is.
Y'all got that's because y'all got two Waffle House down in South Florida. Up here, it's 1,000 of them, so you can find a decent one. But you're right, they have some ratchet ones, but you can find some solid ones. I'll take a chick to Waffle House.
Nah, that's where you go.
Coco and this.
Like,
so wait a minute.
Okay.
So because again, the Waffle House is out for me, but what are we dealing with here? Like, what level of woman? And this is stemmed from that girl that didn't want to get out of the car because the guy took her to the Cheesecake Factory, which again, I believe that was 100% false, but we could always do learning experiences from this. So my thing is, if none of these places are good enough for me to take you out on the first date, first of all, I asked my wife to marry me at the Olive Garden. So Olive Garden I don't particularly like Olive Garden, but Olive Garden always going to hold a special place in my heart because that's where she said yes.
Don't nothing say I love you like extra breadsticks.
Yeah, bro. Like that. Like think about it. Back in the day, Red Lobster used to be the drink. Man, we'd save up those coins to take them women to Red Lobster.
Red Lobster or Sizzler. We going where? Oh, my baby love me. It used to be the joint.
Yeah. So what kind of woman? What kind of women we dealing with today? Because there's a lot of bad things that I can say, but I'm not going to say it. I'll wait till later. But bro, if the Cheesecake Factory, which is a lovely place, because I was just there not too long ago, and in the words of the great Venkat, the menu is just so vast and there's just so many things on the menu. Like what are they expecting? But then if they were to take us to a date, where do you think they would want to take us?
To the ice cream place.
Definitely the ice cream.
Yeah,
according to this list, I have no game because these are exactly where I take her, including my house.
You know what? I want to say something.
This is just.
Hey, Mike, you sound low for some reason. I don't know if I'm gonna turn you up, but you sound a little low.
I don't like sounding low.
Okay, there you go.
Well, this is just environment of So I'll put this on men, right? I'll put this on men for a second. This is what men have created. Men have created an environment and a culture to endure and tolerate. And like instead of terraforming what we want out of a dating and what we want out of women, we've surrounded everything about what they want only, and that's the problem. That's the issue. So, Once we get away from that, then all this, like this list won't even exist. But the reason that this list exists is because we make everything about what does she want? What does she require? Well, what about what I want? What about what I want to do? You know what I mean? Hey, listen, hey, listen. So for me, for an example, when I was out there dating, it was me and the girl talking. All right, we decided to meet up. Hey, listen, I feel like some wings tonight. I feel like watching the game tonight. Is this sports bar? Like, that's where I'll be. Would you like to join me? It ain't about, a lot of times it ain't always, okay, well, what are you into? Where you want to go? It's, hey, there's this game I want to catch tonight. There's this dope bar that I go to. You can join me if you like. Boom, that's it. So I made the date about where I want to go, what I want to do. And if she like to join me, then she join me. And if a woman likes you and she's into you, she don't care. She'll come and join you.
So one thing on there that really shocked me was the bar for drinks. Women love free liquor, and
exactly.
Now they're saying that that's not even good enough. Like I'm just trying to figure out. You know, the list that I want to see is what's acceptable for a first date.
Oh, I'm so glad.
That'd be cool.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, so Mike got some research. So hold on, because it seemed like they talking about, oh, take me to Capitol Grill for first date. Let me tell you something. I've been to Capitol Grill a few times. I can get a steak just as good at Longhorn or what's my place in Hollywood? Oh my God, Nene, help me out.
Longhorn is my spot, boy.
Yeah, Nene, help me out. What's our place in Hollywood? The steakhouse. I forget the name of it, but you can get a better steak than what they got for half the price. Shout out to Juju in the building. How you doing, Juju?
Hey,
Juju. In a long time. Tropical Acres, yeah. And
Tropical Acres though.
It's like, bro. So I'm gonna put out all this money, and again, you're dating. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let Mike go because that's gonna be my next question. Go ahead, Mike, because I know you was chomping at the bit.
Before this is over, I want you to let me say something, okay? So when you're done, let me know. Because there's one thing I want to say. I want to give props to somebody who put this in my brain about a couple weeks ago. But I want to say this. Women have absolutely no idea where they want to eat. Men do not listen to this foolishness.
Fact.
They don't know what they want. This woman, and the reason I don't think it was a skit is because she would have picked a man who would have been better on camera. That dude was a little whiny, a little finicky, a little shaky. He didn't really know what he was doing. He wasn't camera ready. I'll put it that way. Because if I was in the skit, you know how I'd have got down. I'd have been like, oh, that matter of fact, have you seen that thing where Megan Goods walked to the car and she's like, oh, I don't get in the car unless men open the door for me. And the dude was like, for real? For real? Okay. And pull off on her. That's what would have been me. I'd have been like, you don't go to Cheesecake Factory? You can get out. There's Uber. This ain't back in the day where I let you on the car.
He ain't pulling off on Megan Good though. Let's keep that real.
Hey, I would. You see what she did to the religious brother? She'll ruin your life.
Right
Stop letting find this.
That's unfair.
Letting find this ruin your life. But I'm gonna say
that's
this.
Unfair, Mike. I'm gonna defend Megan.
Whatever. I tell the truth. And I come in here and tell y'all there's a woman I think is gorgeous, and I'll still be like, but she's a 7. Because I tell the truth. But I'm gonna say this. I just had a recent conversation with the nice young lady, and she put me on to a different line of thinking. Everyone, if you've talked to me, you know I love to get different point of views. And what she told me was, this is what's coming from women who haven't had experience in relationships. This isn't coming from women who've had husbands, women who've been in long-term. This is just in the hopes of getting my retrograde friend back. She knows who she is. This is what these modern women think, okay? Because a real woman who knows what the financial situation is out there, who knows how hard life really is, who's been with a man that's striving and trying for her, knows Cheesecake Factory is fire. What are you talking about? You could just, you can make it a little thing. Okay, okay, baby, we only picking off page 2 this day. You know what I'm saying? You can make it a thing. So any real woman, if a woman don't like the Cheesecake Factory, my dudes, it is not going to get better. I promise you. It is not. She's showing you who she is. In the words of the illustrious Maya Angelou, believe her. What do you?
So Mike, hold on, Kev. Mike completely just stole. I was gonna say so, but shout out to him for that. But go ahead, Kev.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I was gonna play anti Kevin and say that this list looks like a list that for somebody who has already been out to all these places, and I'm not gonna cap looking at some of these things. These are some places that I take women, so it's like, okay, you know, coming from somebody who wants to try new experiences, you know, I could put in a little more effort when it comes to like different type of places to go, like the park, for example, because the park is not on there. And I'm not gonna lie, some of these places, Waffle House, your house, Netflix, the bar, those are places where you go, you take a chick when you want to get some cooch, or you know, you down to go to Pound Town, right?
Don't ever
like,
say
especially
Pound Town.
Booty Hole Brown.
I'm trying to put my bean in the ween. I don't know.
Yeah, you go to but yeah, you go to IHOP, you go to Denny's. Those are after the club spots where you trying to get some cooch at the last minute, or you take her to a nightclub. You know, you trying to dance on her and get that meat to meat contact, and the next thing you know, you going back to the crib. So let's be we can also understand that they want something like original, and shoot, I mean, even guys could use something a little spicy too. That's you, Ricardo.
Kev, just to co-sign on what you're saying. Okay, so the taking them to your house thing, I get it. On the first date, yeah, because that's probably coming off a little aggressive, but they had long drives on there. They had coffee houses on there. They had ice cream on there. And Mike was 1,000,000% right when he said that the women who made this list, you could tell they ain't never experienced nothing before, because real women that know how life really works, they okay with you saying, hey, let's go here. Like I said, I took my wife and daughter out Saturday for a sushi brunch. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. My wife is, huh?
No invite? I want sushi, nigga.
Oh, my wife tried to get me Saturday night, like about midnight, to let's go get some dessert. I don't know where the hell she thought we was gonna get no damn dessert from that late, but it's little stuff like this. So yeah, Mike is 100% right though. These women have zero life experience. That's why when I saw the list, I deleted it at first because it was funny. I'm like, this is stupid. But then when I realized I'm starting to watch more and more people co-sign this list, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Y'all ain't got no damn sense. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
Hey, Kevin,
First
I
of
want
all,
you to know one thing, sir.
Mhm.
If you're talking to a woman and she's already been to all these places,
strip club,
you don't want to date her. Real
Wait,
talk.
say that again.
If you're dating a woman, if you're trying to date a woman and she's already been to all these places, like you said, you don't want to date her. Okay? Because the thing Trevor said something, but he didn't finish it. He said, if a woman doesn't want to go to these places, she hasn't experienced life. The other half of that, actually, I said that. He was just saying I was right, but I like that. But the other half of that is she ain't looking for a real connection, bro. A real chick that want a connection, that want to see if there's something between you and her, she down for just coffee. I want to get the convo going. A chick that wants a new experience just wants you to be her Thursday dinner. The dude she was supposed to go out on Thursday, that dude flaked out, so she needs you to pay for her dinner today. That's all that is.
Let me ask you something, Wayne and Mike. Y'all been married before. Where did you take your wife? Obviously, before y'all was married. Where did you take them on the first date? Mine was the Bonefish Grill.
You're not gonna like mine. Go ahead, Wayne. Be mature.
Ooh,
brought her to your mama's house.
If I can remember, our first date, because we was busy and scheduled, IHOP, I want to say.
I ain't mad at that.
Was our first one, but that was because schedule conflicts and stuff. So we was like, yo, let's just hit up an IHOP, get that kind of face to face. Because I mean, and again, I think it's with a lot of situations where I mean the connection or the vibe comes with the conversation on the phone during the week. You know what I mean? That's where everything developed. And then once the vibe is there, then that's when you go to, you figure things out. So yeah, it was IHOP for us. But I mean, before then, I mean, we talked on the phone 1,000 times and text and stuff like that. But schedule stuff, yeah, IHOP. But I've done all the stuff from IHOP to the Capitol Grill, all that stuff.
And when you took her to IHOP though, obviously y'all got married, but she returned the call though.
Of course, absolutely, because the
Who
connection
don't like
was there.
IHOP?
Because the connection was there before then. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. It's all before. The meetup is the tip off. If you ask me, the where the meat and gravy is the conversation on the phone before that, prior to it. Because if there's no connection on the phone, then what's the point of me inviting you out? That's how I see it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
So after that IHOP date, any meet to meet action?
Not that same night. Nah.
Yo, this dude speaks in TikTok.
Nah.
He exposed himself, y'all. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from his.
So hold on. Let's hold on, because I want Mike, where, and because I got to get back to this guy. Please don't let me forget. Who, your ex? Where was your first date that you took her?
I'm a different dude. If anyone's ever spoken to me, any female, she knows I don't believe in dating. I think the only thing you can get from dating is seeing if there's a physical connection and seeing if the guy you're talking to who might text a lot is actually like that in person. I don't think you gain anything from a date other than food. I used to have, and this will tell you how long ago it was. When I was in middle school and high school, I used to record on Comedy Central. I had these 6-hour VHS tapes, and I used to record stand-up comedy. And I had like 12 6-hour tapes full. And our first date was her coming over the crib. We sat down and watched 3 tapes. And I cooked, I think I cooked some curry goat for her. And let me start fronting. I had somebody cook it for me, and then I heated it up because I didn't know how to cook curry goat at the time. But then, we ate and we watched it and we laughed. And I learned so much about her because you learn a person by what things they find funny and what they are offended by. And it led to me pausing it and leading to conversations about, well, why does that offend you? Well, what about this? And what about, and it led to, we chilled for a good 12 hours. And I know, Kevin, I could have got meet to meet action, but I did not go for it.
So I'm glad that you reminded me, because I just forgot just that quick. And Ricardo, I saw put it in the chat, and pardon me for not acknowledging the chat, because you know how frustrated I get when people don't do that. Shout out to MD, just joined us in the building. Free MD 20. Maria G, peace to you, Queen. Cliff just came into the building. I saw somebody else. I know Michelle came in. I already acknowledged Juju. So Ricardo brings up a question, and this is what I wanted to bring back to Kevin Wayne. So Wayne said he took his ex-wife's first date to IHOP. Kev's question to that was, did you guys have any meet to meet action? So now I see this question that Ricardo puts in the chat. So question, man, if you bring your date to a hella expensive joint, the question remains, should either party put out? So it seems to me that's where Kev was going when he asked Wayne, did y'all have any meet to meet action? So Kevin, this is just me. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Were you saying that because he took her to what is perceived as a cheap place, that she wasn't required to put anything out? So does the more expensive place require more, the sex at the end of the night?
I don't know. Putting out or not, just depends on the vibe, because you can go to an expensive restaurant and think the person you're with is creepy or disgusting or whatever. But of course, if you're gonna go on a date, you should probably know if the chick likes you or not. Otherwise, why are you going to a expensive restaurant where you're spending $500 a night? just to get some cooch or just for the chance to get with that girl. So I don't think it's no, I don't ever think it's mandatory to put out anything, but those spots on the list are definitely places you would take somebody if you're trying to get some cooch, right? Like I said, nightclub, meet to meet action, it's over. Feel me? Your house, Netflix, what else was on there? I don't know why they put Red Lobster. I don't like that. Phillies, Applebee's. But I'm talking about the first date. But like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate when it comes to that.
So Kev, and it could just be because you're younger than us. You do know that men take women out to dates not just to have sex with them. They like legit just want to know them. MD's been spitting that in the chat, saying that you need the cake a little bit. He's talking about you got a cake, but you got to figure out the interest of the girl. You do realize though, people do go out on dates just to genuinely know somebody, like the company. We enjoy going out and things like that.
Sure. If you got it like that, then yeah, take them all out on a date. But I'm not gonna waste time if I know that, if I already know beforehand that there's a chance that she might not like me. I don't think a date is gonna change anybody's mind. And just like Wayne said last podcast, that nobody forced Jada to marry Will, and that a lot of people marry somebody or date somebody, and then eventually they begin to like each other. Well, that's a gamble you're gonna have to make, because apparently Will did that, and look what's happening now. So that's what I'm saying. But you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying, like, don't expect anything, and I'm just saying, yeah, you can be creative.
Man, if I spend $100, I'm trying to get some. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
If I let me so answer Ricardo's question. Here's my thing. What I do when I was dating. if we're at the expensive restaurant, I've already got the draws. Okay.
Hello.
I've already got the draws.
Hello, boy.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
All right.
That ain't no first date.
You understand what I'm saying? Listen, you got to work your way up in my company. Okay.
Talk to him, bro.
What does DPD mean?
Got the draw, baby.
Hold on. I got the draw.
Yeah. That's the funniest part of that show.
That was bro. That and the dog had me laughing for years.
I can listen to that part every day.
Oh,
but
man.
yeah, that's just me, man. If we get to the expensive date, we've already done been to fourth base. It's already in. But as far as starting out there, nah, I'm not starting out there. I mean, that's just me. That's just how I do it,
Bro.
Because I just believe that I dictate how things go. And if the vibe ain't right and I see that it ain't going right, I'm not finna go take expensive just to what? Impress or because of her looks. I wish I could drop it. I mean, look, I wish I could drop a picture of this one girl that I went on a date with, and we went to watch a boxing match, and we went to this place up here called Twin Peaks. It's a bar. It was a nice, it was dope setting.
I heard they got some sexy chicks, right?
Yeah, we got one up here. We haven't.
That's right. Twin Peaks. They had you had, of course, you had to pay to get in this night because it was a big fight. I forgot, it was Floyd Mayweather. Was it Floyd Mayweather? I forgot who it was. And she loved it. We had a good time, drinks, everything. Look, so I mean, I just think that it's really. It starts with the chemistry over the phone. If you guys met up online, or if you guys meet face to face, the chemistry starts on the phone. You grow from there, then you build from there. If you don't feel the vibe, then it's nothing. If you feeling the vibe, for me, I'm gonna invite her wherever I want to be at, because if she likes me, she gonna go where I want to be. Like, this list is for lame guys. That list is for guys who are squares, who if any guy that's like saying, okay, well, I'm going to take this list and I'm going to just not take them nowhere on this list. That list is for square guys. That list is for guys who allow women to dictate how dating and everything else in life should be, everything is circled around what the woman feels and what the woman wants. That list is for square guys.
All right, let me get this out real quick.
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
do 'em.
That list is for lame guys and lame chicks. That's one point. Because lame chicks look at that list and go, yeah. No, you lame. Shut up. I've gone on 2 expensive first dates in my life.
Facts.
And both times, that's how I realized I'm a thrifty individual, because both times I could have got the draws, and the whole time I was just looking at the check like, did I really just spend this much money? And she was like, no, baby, it's okay. I was like, girl, get off me. I just spent at PF Chang. This is crazy. I got a hilarious PF Chang story. We'll tell y'all another time. MD, aside from making the hilarious chat comments, because order in the court, that was hilarious. I want to remind us of what something he brought up a couple weeks ago, where he said there is a mission put out to make drama between men and women to take our mind off of the political storms that are going on. I honestly think this was made by one of them people. I don't think any woman would have put, and it's just me, would have put, oh, thank you for the sisters that helped me make this list. That just sounded like some stuff that a lame troll was trying to make to get people more enraged. So I personally feel, especially, did you see the second list? The list for men?
Yeah.
I think this is a thing to get men and women arguing. And I'm glad we're taking it tongue in cheek and we're just saying, yeah, any woman that does this is lame and any guy that does this is lame. But I think this is a troll move. Shout out to MD for opening my brain to that thought. I think this is just the next line in them trying to keep men and women arguing. Ladies, if you look at this list and you think it's awesome, then you should ignore me for dating. Just do us both a favor. Go find somebody else. Go find Russell Wilson Part 4 or whatever it is, and hopefully he'll hook you up, because I can't do it for you. If you can't go to Denny's with me and get sprinkles on your pancakes and be happy, there ain't nothing I can do for you. I'm not taking you anywhere flyer unless I know you're for me. So do us both a favor and find a cliff. And next topic.
So you know what else MD said that was fantastic. We gotta always give him his props.
Ain't nothing like a dark chocolate woman.
That's right, MD. I
Boy,
with you 100.
Amen.
That one.
I be trying to lick the chocolate off, but it don't go nowhere.
Facts.
So this what I will say to the list again, Mike. Mike echoed all our sentiments. I think we know this list is tongue in cheek, but he did make an excellent point. It's literally to make more division, because we did have the male list. And again, when I first saw this list, I erased it, and then I was like, well, damn, so many people sending me this, and so obviously it's something they want to hear us talk about. So there you have it. But I will tell you, I remember taking my wife before, and we've been married 10 years. So, I didn't have to be taking her to no expensive restaurants and stuff like that, because number one, not for nothing, I could cook real good. When I lived in the bachelor pad that we called the Lion's Den, I had it all set up with the candles and everything, the wooden table. And I shout out to Eddie Israel, just came into the building. I would do the candle lights. I'd go buy the New York strip with the veggies and the lobster tail and butterfly them and do all that stuff. So my wife is spoiled like that. I would do all that stuff for her, and we've been married 10 years. So obviously something worked. But I agree with all you guys.
Dinner at the bachelor pad is undefeated. All right.
It's undefeated.
I got a couple stories.
I'm just telling you that right now from experience. Okay.
Hey.
Trevor think he me with the candles. Stop trying to be me now.
Hey, bro, I listen. I'd be doing the damn thing, but Wayne killed me with the whole if he taking you there, he already got it.
He ain't wrong.
So okay, so obviously the answer is no. I'm gonna answer my own question. Y'all not taking a girl to an expensive restaurant if you hadn't already got it, or that you are going to get it. So now my last question on this, do you blame them if they know off rip that you want sex at the end? Do you blame them for trying to break your pockets a little bit?
if she's telling me that the drawers are on the table, we just got to go to a high quality place, then we are no longer on a date. You are my escort, and this is a transactional situation. Okay? If you telling me that if I get you Capital Grill, that the drawers are mine, then I just got to be nice until I get the. That's what you telling me. You telling me you an escort. We'll never have a second date. I'll smash like I'm supposed to, because that's what life told me I'm supposed to do. And then, well, young me would have smashed me. Now I'll probably just leave and not talk to you no more. But that's what it is. You're now an escort. If I've never in my life had a woman equate her panties with the price of a meal. But if that's what it is, I thank you, man, for letting me know who you are. And now I can move accordingly. That's all real men want. I want to know what it is. If you're here to learn me and to get a connection, cool. Then ain't nothing wrong with Denny's. Ain't nothing wrong with a nice little sushi place. Ain't nothing wrong with some, you know what I'm saying? But if this is about you getting a fly dinner to take pictures and show on IG and show your homegirls what you got to go to, and I'm going to get the draws, this is the transaction. I appreciate it. Thank you for the draws. I'm going to put it in my shoebox with the other ones, and I'm going to let you go on about your business.
So here's the key.
Boom.
And I want the single men, if you're listening. All right. The key is you find all that out in the conversation before any meetup.
Facts.
That's the game. So the way I used to do it is, I don't know. Look, there's always it's a window. When you see the window, you take it. So what do I mean by that? In conversation, when I'm having a conversation with the woman and we're on the phone, vibe is good, this and that, okay? I'll find a window or I'll say something to her where it pertains to something sexual. Listen to me, fellas. This is just Man Talk Monday right now. All right. Forget the women out in the chat. I make sure that there is sex on the table. And I'm not, and it doesn't have to be out. It doesn't have to, it can be, it can be very covert, but it just depends on the conversation. If a woman is into you, if she say, oh, I don't know, I got this tight dress on. Oh my God, I don't know, it's a little short. My friend girls at work told my son always short. I'm like, oh really? Oh, send me a picture of that dress, girl. Let me see how you look. Bam. If she's hesitant, if she if she sees the picture, it's just example, but I'm just saying there's so many windows there. It's understanding women, it's how to talk to women, it's flair, it's conversation, it's charm. Once you understand how to get in it and understand, okay, you know what? Sex is on the table. Whether it's this weekend or this day or the next day, okay, I know sex is on the table. That's it. Once you establish that, then you move forward. If she's you can tell if a woman's kind of creeped out about you in the conversation, or she's kind of very standoffish. You can tell. You can just tell, man. Like, I don't know. That's some dating shit right there.
Wayne out here trying to put school. I can't put no game out because I'm trying to find a wife and I need my game to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and hush up and just say Wayne ain't lying, and Wayne need to school Kevin because Kevin ain't got no game.
Yeah, Wayne out here dropping on. So last question on this, because this is actually gonna go into our last video. How long do you feel like you gotta wait
to get the box?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kevin.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Hey, bro.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I gotta think about
Check
it.
me out.
So Steve Harvey told them 90 days.
First of all, if you come to me with a number, we're done. I don't play numbers. I tell every woman that, let me speak carefully. Any woman that I've ever spoken to, they know what I believe. I believe in natural, okay? Because I'm not the type of dude that, all right, I want to say this correctly. I'm not the type of dude that doesn't understand my swag. You feel me? And this is gonna come off a little cocky. I apologize because Trevor hate when I think I'm fly. But I know me.
I'm the guy that say I got the greatest beard on YouTube. So what the hell?
Yeah, that's you. That's you, swag. I'm talking about you hate when I'm swaggy. Cause I be talking shit, but I'm real with it. I know me, and I know talking to me is awesome. Okay, my conversation is fire. I ain't never been boring. You could be a drag of a female of conversations, and I'll pull a good one out you. I'm nice. I'm sweet. My mouth and my words are flame. You feel me? I know this. So I've had women who say, "Oh, I don't want to do it too early," and if it's in the flow of us knowing each other, I'm gonna get it. You feel me? And I'm not gonna hold it against you because I know I'm that dude. You feel me? I know I'm that dude. I know if I'm talking to you and I know if you feeling me, I know the draw's gonna change color if y'all know what that means. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I see you, it's gonna be what it is. So I'm not gonna hold that against you. So it's not about how long, it's about the connection. Because if you feeling me, you gonna want to do stuff with me. That's just what it is. And if I'm feeling you, I'm gonna make you feel me. Like, I don't know. I've only had one woman in my two women in my entire life that I was trying to talk to that didn't feel me. Two. And one, I stopped talking to her after a week because I said, if you don't know I'm the ish by now, it ain't gonna help. So I'm gonna holler at you. That was in high school. And one was maybe 4 years ago. And I realized she liked thugs and she just had her fourth baby with a thug who ain't giving her nothing, but whatever. That's on you, ma'am. And I wish you the best. Not really. But if you're going to talk to a dude like me, you're going to want to do stuff with me. That's just what it is. And I'm not going to hold that against you. So as long as you don't try to play no game and you know because I tell anyone in a second, you're going to always get honesty from me. You're going to always get openness from me. And you're going to always get vulnerability. I'll be as open as possible. You're going to get me. Because I ain't got to lie. I am who I am. That's why I ain't got a front on the show. This is who I am. You gonna like me. It is what it is. Shoot. Now I ain't gonna say that because I almost went crazy. So I've never had a situation where somebody was holding out on me. I've never had that. And I never will. I know the game. Like Andre 3000 said, I bet you never heard of a player with no game. I ain't got no game. I'm the shit. You gonna want to be around me. Simple and plain. And the draws come with it. You heard what Tommy said.
Shout out to Alexander Taylor. Just joined just joined the conversation. Welcome to Straight Talk Society.
Oh, hold on. I just want to give props to Eddie Israel. He said it a little differently, but what he's really saying is Mike is right. Even though he used the word correct, he really mean Mike is right. That's what he mean. And Trevor already said it 4 times today. I just wanted the show to know Mike is right. Please continue, sir. Please continue.
So
sometimes.
We already over the hour mark. So there was another video that I was gonna play, but I feel like that video is gonna take it. It's gonna take up so much of its own time that I'm gonna hold it till next week, and I'm gonna get into the main video. But let me I did put a link in the chat that is to the backup channel, and it's called Welcome to with the number 2, the Straight Talk Society. Please make sure and go over and like that channel, just in the event that the crazies try to flag my channel and get us kicked off for a little bit. At least we will have a backup to go to. I don't think it will be a problem, but in the event that it is a problem. And I'm also looking at other platforms just to get the word out more, because Facebook has completely disowned me. So
man, bump Facebook.
Yeah, so I'm done with them. I heard about and I already forgot it. I heard about another platform today. I got to go back and look at the video and see what that platform is. So Maria G says, Kevin, what would you do if you met the one, but she good question, Maria. I'm gonna just ask that. Well, I mean, that's hypothetical with the other guys because they've been married before. So Kevin, what would you do if you met the one, but she wants you to wait till marriage?
Ooh.
If she's the one, I wouldn't have a problem waiting. As long as we can do some other stuff on the side.
You're lying.
I am not lying.
Just emphatically.
Anywho, she's talking to me. She's talking to me. All right. I would wait, to be honest. Whoa, hold on.
Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead,
Hold on.
because I'm curious to hear this.
Yeah, I would definitely wait. Long as we do some other stuff on the side, that way I can get my sexual appetite all set. You
Oh,
know,
what are those things, Kev?
that
I'm
way I'm
curious.
not fertilizing the eggs. Oh, go ahead.
What are those things on the side? I'm curious to know.
You know,
I mean, try and keep it PG
I don't
as
know. I don't
possible.
know how
We'll get
vulgar I can be on here.
Yeah,
But,
let's
you
try
know.
to keep the vulgarity down.
Yeah.
And I just been informed that Alexander Taylor is Eddie Israel's brother. So shout out to you.
Hey, what
Welcome
up,
to the
hey?
Straight
Yep.
Talk Society. Please tune in. In the next couple of weeks, your brother gonna have some stiff competition in the debate scene. So make sure you in here. Yeah, no pun intended, but just make sure you in here to root him on because he's going against my hitter of the Straight Talk Society.
Can you abbreviate, Kev? Can you abbreviate those?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Kev.
Yeah.
Kev, just don't. Okay, you know, just
I
don't
got
drop
you.
no f-bombs and don't be.
Yeah.
Use a scientific
crazy.
word.
No. And I'm not gonna say fellatio.
You just did. Thank you.
Yeah, stuff like a handy manny, maybe a mouthpiece.
Oh,
Handy Manny.
oh,
Hey,
definitely
Kevin,
dry
pay
hump.
for the manicure to make sure the Handy Manny is fly.
wait. So you think a woman who's
Uh-huh.
waiting till marriage is going to be open to giving handies and BJs, bro? Come on.
Yes.
Nope.
That ain't-
Yes, they
Yes,
will.
sir. They
Yes,
already do.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
They will. Yes.
Wow.
Mhm.
Very
You know-
nice.
Okay,
Very
Wayne.
nice.
Wayne
do you one
and
better,
Kev, I want you
Wayne.
to finish, but Wayne, you
Go
know why? God, I don't want to misrepresent them, but I think it's the Mormons. I'm
Oh, you talking about
almost
the boom.
yeah, I'm almost 80% sure that it's the Mormons.
Oh yeah.
They let you go in the back door because they say that's not violating anything.
Really?
It's only the violation is only in the vaginal intercourse, but you can go in the back door all you want, and
That's
they don't
awesome.
think that they're violating any covenant.
Wow.
Hey, Trev, it's the Catholics too, homie.
Oh yeah, see, I don't want to just be up here.
You,
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh yeah, man.
if you can sustain that type of relationship, that's awesome.
and look what Eddie say. That's why I like Eddie. Eddie keep it all the way real. As a man of God, I'm telling you, I wouldn't wait. If I'm sure we're getting married, there's no way.
For sure.
I mean, who buys a car without taking it for a test drive? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I don't
Sorry.
know, man, because I'm already out here. You know, I'm already out in the streets, and the
Okay.
streets is cold. You know, I like being in my bed. I like making out. I like cuddling. You know,
Me too.
I like
Nothing
when a
wrong
girl
with
looks
that.
my
Nothing wrong
ears.
with that.
Most engagements last 2 years. Just think about that.
Yeah. Well, I guess, but it's like what she asked. If she's the one, then of course it's gonna last longer than just 2 years. So if I could tell who my person was,
No,
I
I'm
would
saying
definitely
the
replace it.
engagement, not the marriage.
Oh, the engagement.
Yeah, so you're waiting 2 years before the wedding night, and you're telling me as a young man you're gonna see this woman. She probably gonna look good, and you're just all bets off.
Bro, I just said it. Dry hump.
Okay.
Oh,
Bend her over with her jeans on. Be like, yo, I can't wait for us to get married. Can't wait for us to be on our honeymoon. Ooh, I'm gonna do
Man,
this.
if you
I'm gonna
don't
do that.
shut your 1980s
Let me
drama
pull your
on,
bonnet real
years,
quick.
2 years dry
Pull that
humping.
bonnet.
2 years dry humping. Oh man, that's
Right.
great.
Yes, sir.
Kev, listen, Kev, at some point you're gonna have to stop. At some point, you're gonna have to stop, man. We get it. Shaka ain't in the chat. We get it.
You
We
feel
get
me?
it. We get it. Bro, 2
I'm gonna have
years.
to hop in her chat. Shoot.
This man said the best he gonna do is dry hump.
Nini's
That-
stupid.
That's the best he could give us is dry hump.
For 2
Yes,
years.
sir.
Oh,
It's
2
called
2 years. Exactly.
lying, Trevor.
And we'll go to church
Lying.
and we'll pray. And I'll respect their parents too. Yep.
I
I'll do all that.
ain't gonna call the man no liar, boy. But
I just did. You ain't got to. You just say Mike's right.
man.
He lying.
All right, Kev. All right. So let's go into this video, and I preface this by saying this. When I posted this video, my cousin Kevin sent me this. He sent me the video, and I literally thought it was going to be unanimous. I didn't think twice about it. I thought we all was going to agree on the video, had the same thoughts on the video, and it was like 2 or 3 days later, these guys were still arguing about this video. So, you know, me being Don King, I was like, hey, you can't give away. Don't give away what you can sell. So we're gonna play this video that my cousin Kevin sent me. I wish he's probably busy right now, but I wish he was here to hear this conversation on it. So I'll get to that other video that I had on Instagram next week, just because I know it's gonna take a long time. But it's a conversation that's probably going to eat up the first hour, like the list did. I didn't think the list was going to take so long, but it did nevertheless. So, all right, here's this other video.
It's like that old saying, ever since sex got easier to get, love got harder to find. That's the truth, right? Once people turned it into money and sex, as far as that being more important than values and morals and integrity inside of people, and once it became that type of game that you playing, that's why everything is so messed up. This is why you now have women talking about, if you can't pay my rent, if you can't pay this, if you can't cash out me, don't text me, don't call me. And this is why you got men trying to see if women are sleep with them on the first date. I mean, that's always been a thing, but because there's so many women willing to sleep with men as soon as they meet them immediately, that's what men expect. That's what they expect to happen. Because there's so many men willing to trick off and cash app you for no reason, that's what women are expecting. You got two groups of people who have came in and infiltrated the system with they messed up ways of trying to get people to want them through either sex or money. And then now a lot of people have adapted these practices, and this is what intrigues them on the dating scene, right? It's not about you being a good person. It's not about you having the characteristics in you that will make you a good partner. No, they want to know, how quick can you send me some money? How quick can you give up that cat? Like, the game has been messed up, but the reality is that it's still only true for low-hanging fruit. Real solid people still appreciate real solid people. You will never find a person who is worth your time who is even impressed in any way by either one of these two things. That's what's going to separate the real from the fake. That's what's going to separate the people with real integrity and character and the people who just out here looking for money and cat, right? So, I mean, when you come across these people, you just know what it is. People are showing their hands. A lot of this is really for your benefit, because now you know what you're dealing with up front and whether or not you got the choice to deal with it or not. But at the end of the day, like I said, no matter how many women out here just giving up cat, no matter how many men out here just sending cash apps to get women's attention, if you come across a man or a woman who is a solid person and looking for another person who is just as solid as them, they are not impressed by either one of these two things.
All right. So, I'll say what it is. I thought everybody in this group was going to just agree with everything she just said. But I was shocked when I heard Wayne's response, and we're going to just rock out the rest of the show with this. I'd say we got 40 minutes left in the show, so I'd say a good 35 minutes. We're going to rock out the rest of the show with this. Wayne, if you could remember, because y'all just been going back and forth about this.
Yeah, it was a lot.
What was your, and Mike looking at me crazy, so I know he wanted to say some stuff. What was your first reaction to this? Because again, like I say, I was shocked that you just didn't agree with her 100%.
Because number one, man, like, and again, there's some stuff she say I agree with on her page. This one is number one. It's like taking the 15% or 20% and making it the majority, seeming like it's the majority. Number two, it's always going to be about the sex and the money at the end of the day. Whether, whether you're low-hanging fruit or whether you have morals, whether you have standards, whether you have principles, it's the lower class, the middle class, upper class. At the end of the day, as humans, it's still about the sex and the money. It's just people go about it a different way. I'll start from there, and I'll continue on after everybody else go and get theirs off.
And shout out, I forgot to shout out to Michelle for the Cash App earlier. I forgot to thank you for that. And Maria, I do see you in the chat. I did get a chance to listen to the Pagalia lady, one of her lectures last week after the show, and I did I did have a few choice words about it. Actually, me and Wayne got into a back and forth about that also, but I will look up more of her stuff to go on. So, Mike, I want you to go ahead before Kev, because Kevin and Wayne was the ones that was really going back and forth at this.
Well, I agree with Shorty 95%. I love what she said. I don't think she went far enough. I think the real problem is kryptonite penis and kryptonite coochie. For people who don't know what that is, there are some people in the world who genitals are specifically made by the devil to please the other gender. I've run across one in my life, and I can never see this woman ever in my life again. She was a sister of my neighbor, and in Fort Lauderdale, whoa, like, see, my hand already shaking. Like, you don't understand. Her stuff was, anyway, these things are out there, and when they're attached to usually evil people, okay, I'm not trying to get biblical here, but they're usually attached to people who use them for their own gain. So women and men, I don't want women to think I'm coming at women. When people go out there in the world and they try to be sexually free, because I agree with, what I think was Maria G just said it, the sexual revolution was a mistake. I shouldn't have shot her out because she said Kevin getting more than me, and he probably is because I ain't getting none, and probably he ain't getting none either, but that's another point. But I think the sexual revolution led women to be less chaste, and they got sprinkles of this evil penis, this kryptonite Jimmy. And the kryptonite Jimmy make you do something as a woman. It hit that A spot as a woman that most guys can't do. And when you get used to that, it's real hard to go back to just good, because women aren't good at going backwards. There's an old joke that once a woman dates a dude with a bike, she can't date a dude that walks. And once she date a dude with a car, she can never look at a guy with a bike again. You see what I'm saying? That's how women are. Women of today are always forward moving. It's always, what's the new thing? What's the new? And once they get that, you'll hear them talk. If you listen to some women in interviews, you'll hear them talk. Oh, he was a nice guy, but he couldn't lay it like this dude. And those are the evil kryptonite penises. Once they hit you off and you can't, they call it pair bonding. You can't pair bond because your body, when you sleeping with the guy, you're thinking about Tyrone. You're thinking about Pookie, because Pookie don't do nothing but use his penis to get a place to stay. So them dudes who ain't got nothing but time on their hands to throw dick, to get a place to rest, to suck up your son's Capri Suns, to eat up your daughter's fruit snacks, that's all they good at. So now when you get a man who actually has to go to work or is trying to start a business and he's too tired to pipe you every day, now you got a problem. I think that's the biggest problem with divorces. Same thing with dudes. When dudes start throwing a little bit of money and it works, it's kind of like the strip club. You go to a strip club and you're like, yeah, man, the girls, I gave her a little bit of change and she did something crazy. You take a dude who loves strip clubs, take him to a regular club and watch as he can't even deal with it. He like, man, I gave this chick $5 and she ain't do nothing. Like, what she that's it. I bought her a drink. She ain't gonna give me no draws. That's it. They don't know how to function in real society anymore. So all they know to do is to use money or use this tight skirt, the tight up skirt, or use whatever they got to show off they print to get more attention. That's what's messed up the game. They don't know how to be. All right. That's why I'm so big on, if you're in a serious relationship with someone, that I don't want my woman on IG showing her pics like that. And I know women get mad. You ain't gonna tell me. And I tell them all the time, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm not gonna deal with. If showing your booty on IG is more important than a relationship with me, then you should go do that. I support you. Hey, I'll like a couple of them too, but we're not going to be together anymore because everyone knows, no matter what people say, no matter what, if a woman says, I don't do that, I do that because I believe in me and I have my bikini and my boobs out on IG because I feel pretty. They're lying. They're doing it for male attention. And this male attention comes from thinking that the only thing they have to give is pum pum. If the only thing they think about themselves valuable is their vagina, that's what they're always going to lead with. If the only thing they think is about them is worthy is the money, then that's what they're going to lead with. And that's what she's saying. My only problem with her, why I say 95, is because she thinks that people of good moral standing won't succumb to that. But it don't work like that. This society is saturated with immoral values, is saturated with use what you got to get what you want. Remember that movie? You got to use what you got to get what you. And as soon as that girl said that in Players Club, every woman in the world thought that was the new mantra. You got to use what you got to get what. No, boo-boo. If the only thing you got is the tight shirt, the tight gym clothes that show off your pum-pum, that's all a man's gonna want from you. If the only thing you got is this turtleneck that's showing off your cleavage, that's all a man's gonna want from you. And these are the same people who complain about men only wanting them for sex or men not taking relationships serious. That's what you're showing. I know women that can be sexy fully clothed. I know men that can show personality, that can show humor and get a woman to be enthralled with them. But because of this society, these guys think, damn, I'm trying to be funny, I'm trying to be me, but it's not working. How about I show her that I got this rented Lamborghini, but let me take off the rented part? How about I'm gonna show her Capitol Grill, and hopefully that'll get me some. That's what make the game messed up. It's not just morals, because everybody is affected by it, and it's ruined it. It's kryptonite penis and kryptonite coochie. I hope y'all hear me. Once you get that stuff, you can't go back to regular. And when you find somebody you really, really know is good for you, you can't even feel it. You know how many times I hear women say, he was such a nice guy, he did everything I wanted, I just didn't feel it. That's because you got D'd down by Tyrone, and that's what your mind and your body's thinking. They say it takes 21 days to break out of a habit. If the whole time you're focused on him, you'll never break out of that. It's just what it is. If you're every day, you're focused on the next IG booty. You always in the For You page to see the new bad chick. You always hitting the search button to see the new bad chick. You can't respect or understand a woman who's coming to you real. You can't respect or understand a woman who says, hey, I really like the way you carry yourself. I like your disposition. I like to get to know you better. And you go, oh, so you trying to clap? You trying to let me bust them cheeks? And she goes, no, thank you for thinking I'm attractive enough to sleep with, but I really want to get to know you. In your mind, she rejected you. She didn't. She's saying, I want something deeper, but you can't feel that because all you know is this culture, this new modern BS. All right, I've been talking too long. Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, Kev. I'll save my thoughts for the end. Kev, go ahead and shout out to Eddie Israel. Say he had to go because he wasn't feeling good.
How he had to eat?
Go ahead, Kev.
I can't say I disagree with y'all. I think there's some stuff missing, definitely. But what I can say is hold on. What I can say is that what's in the dark always comes in the light, and this is what she's saying is we're in the results of how men have been for the past few years, and then also how women have been for the past few years, where men and women are to me they're both to blame. Women for sure, because they're going based off survival, where they're trying to figure out how to get as much resources as they can, whether they use their body or not, whether they finesse a guy or not. They're trying to use that to for a come up. So if they can't find love, if they're using their body to try to keep a man, using a baby to try to keep a man, that's their fault. So there's that. And then also with the whole sexual revolution, that kind of put this whole divide to where the focus, they make the focus for women to say forget family, forget men, and just go ahead and do what you got to do to be successful, as opposed to having a balance and having a family life and looking for love. So there's that. But at the same time, I think the and you guys are gonna clown me for this, but the main result is from men, because we are living in the repercussions of the old people from our days, to where it was, relationships were such a big issue for women that laws had to be put in place to make sure that women weren't getting used and abused. Laws were put in place to where you can't just kick out your wife on the streets and leave her with nothing. So of course we're gonna have courts now to where the woman will get half, or she'll get money and materials, so that way she can keep her I can't remember the term, but her way of living. You got laws now where you can't abuse your wife sexually just because she's your wife. I saw a video where a dude was caught. I'm gonna keep it PG. He's caught spreading the love on his wife while she was asleep at night, and he videotaped it, and and then she saw it on his phone one day, and then she got completely creeped out and divorced him, and brought him to court for that. But just imagine like that, and his excuse was, she's my wife, I can do whatever I want with her. So imagine that times 10, to where, okay, now the courts and the laws has to get into place to where, okay, we got to also protect women from their relationships. So yeah, we're in the results of men from before, who were doing that. We're using their power against women, and it's especially difficult, and this is why I empathize with women a lot, is because they need protection from the people that are supposed to be protecting them, right? And it annoys me when I see dudes complain about like a woman not putting out, or a woman not giving him a chance, when when he's not even looking at her perspective, that if she gives this dude her number, if she gives this dude her number, or if she goes out on this date with this person, he might try to hurt her, right? But the men, most of the time, the men's prerogative is to get some cooch. So of course he's gonna do whatever he has to do. He's gonna lie to her. He's gonna finesse her and use manipulative things and say like, oh, you're my girlfriend, and then dump her later on. I think it's all messed up, but all in all, it's definitely men's fault for the way relationships are nowadays.
Kev, again, I'm gonna just interject real quick, and I'll let y'all rock out. I'll give my thoughts at the end. You had me with like 92% of what you said, but you got into Kevin mode. Like you could not help yourself. You could not help yourself.
If I'm wrong, correct me.
Nah, go ahead, Wayne. I just want to read this comment from MD though. MD said, great point, Kev. Resources, great point, Kev. Resources, not love or companionship. Then Ricardo says, but what if some people out there equate sex with love? What if some people don't know how to differentiate between the two? So then MD says marriage is a contractual partnership of assets.
Hey, I need to shoot back at something. I'm sorry. And if everybody in the chat thinks I'm a creep for this, I don't care. If we married and you sleep and I can't get some while you sleeping, we ain't supposed to be married anyway. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know when this became weird. Every woman
That's weird.
With, if I wanted some and she was asleep, I got some. If she wanted some and I was asleep, she got some. She would. The worst I've ever heard was somebody wake up and go, "Hurry up, I got work in the morning." Like, I don't know where this thing came, where it's weird. I don't know what relationships y'all got, But if this is my coochie and I'm only allowed to hit it, it's mine. And this is her
All right.
Jimmy, and I'm supposed to snap it when I want.
Let me ask you this.
What?
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
If you were sleeping and she wanted some and she put a remote control up your butt, that she's allowed to do that.
Like, why you
Sir.
this? Why,
Sir.
Kev? Why?
No.
Why?
I'm gonna ask him. If we have a certain regulation and understanding of the sexual modes that we do, why, if she goes outside of that, whether I'm awake or not, there's a problem. That's an assault. You're going outside. I'm talking about putting my penis in her vagina, who, if I'm married to this woman, I've done hundreds of times. I don't see what the issue is. I'm not coming at you because I've heard some people say that. But if we in a relationship and I can't get some while you sleeping, we not in a relationship. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
I don't know. I mean, if you had to talk about it, sure. But I think consent is important at the same time.
But Kev, you went to the extreme though with the whole remote control and the behind thing. But Kevin J said, and Kevin J, I don't know what all you caught, but we playing the first video that you sent me. I'll play the second one next week just because I was so shocked that these guys had such different opinions on this. He says we are truly in the matrix if we're disagreeing on the idea that good people looking for good people won't prioritize sex. Wayne, get in there. You been quiet.
Hey, Kev.
There you go, Kev, right there. Kev come in shooting a 3-pointer. Wet.
What? Curry from the
Steph Curry in this bitch. Anyway,
Kev,
I don't know. That was a lot to address. I guess I'll catch. All right, so I guess I'll go with Kevin. Because Mike made a lot of sense. Kev, you made some sense, but some of the stuff. So again, with the guy who divorced the guy because he ejaculated on her and recorded it. She saw it in his phone. And she got creeped out. She didn't like him anyway. Let's just get that out there. She divorced him because she didn't like him anyway. All right. Like, I don't understand you, Kev, with women, bro. Like you gotta again. I understand you're younger, bro, but you gotta understand and study women's behavior, bro. Like, if you don't understand that women are attracted to men that could dictate everything, then you won't get it, bro. You're too much in allowing what a woman is not attracted to control your thinking. All right, so and another thing, even with that. And your view on how women understand men is wrong because a lot of this whole culture set things up to where we're conditioned to understand, and it's pounding our head to understand women all the time, but we don't expect women to understand men. So for example, about the whole sex thing, you're like, oh, that's creepy, that's kind of weird. Oh yeah, but a woman ain't weird going to buy 100 pair of shoes that she can't wear within a month, bro. Like, I know women who just buy clothes and keep tags on them. Like, bro, that ain't weird. Like, it's just understanding each other's nature. Men are sexual creatures. So, if you don't understand that your man is a freak, and you ain't because that sounds like something where she's not satisfying him, and he was just like, "Yo, you ain't gonna satisfy me. I'm gonna do it." That's just. But as far as women going out on dates, you said that women got to protect themselves going out with the man, and so that's why they're hesitant with giving their number sometimes. Again, the average guy that gets upset that a woman rejects him is very low. Again, the way
it's very high because we have incels.
Oh, okay. Let's go there.
Mike,
exactly. This is what I'm saying. What percentage of incels you think are out here, bro?
Percentage?
Because if that was the case, how many?
He said 50%.
I keep telling y'all, he don't know nothing.
If that was the case, then Kev, hold on. If that was the case, then women wouldn't be complaining about how men are just getting boxed and leaving. That wouldn't be the biggest complaint.
They also wouldn't complain about hitting and quitting.
Yeah, okay. All right. The point I'm trying to make is that, again, your argument always comes from the smallest percentage, and you make that the majority. The average man is not getting upset because a woman rejects him. We are prone to rejection. That's how we get better at dating. Okay. Why you think women aren't prone to rejection? Because they're not used to getting rejected. So again, the average man is not getting mad about rejection. So again,
Oh yes, they
when
are.
you're talking about dating, okay, just as much as it can be dangerous today for women, I understand that point, but it can also be dangerous for men. We just had a show last week about a guy who was in a relationship and being accused of sexual assault and lost everything. Everything. So I can go out on a date tonight with a woman and thinking that we're cool. She can let's say she come to my house and she agreed to consensual sex. She could wake up the next morning and say, you know what? That wasn't consensual sex, and I'm going to take Wayne for everything he got. That is just as much dangerous is for a man as you say for a woman. But I mean, again, you're talking about a low percentage of that. You're talking about a low percentage of men that want to harm a woman he's asking out on a date with. You know, yo, bro.
High percentage. We have people who roofie women.
This is not a life. You thinking about the Life Channel, bro. This ain't Lifetime Network, bro.
Thank you.
Like, get off Lifetime Network.
Because if that was the case, we wouldn't have had the Me Too movement.
Huh?
If we didn't have the Me Too movement, I'd be silent about this issue. But
Kev, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you, do you think, I need your honest answer on this, and then I'm going back on mute. Do you think the Me Too movement could work both ways? Do you think there's just as much harassment in the workplace of men also that goes unreported?
If there was, then men should stop complaining and do the same thing and protest. But I would assume there is.
I'm gone.
Maybe not just as much, but I can tell there are women who are aggressive with men, especially like the older ones, like mid age, who aren't getting as much attention anymore. But if that was the case, then yeah, start reporting it, start protesting just like the women did. But because men want to keep whatever issues they have to themselves and not try to fix their situations, then yeah, I'm not gonna come to the defense.
Hey,
Kev,
you guys
save yourself. What do you think the man is
my bro, right?
Go ahead, Mike.
You my bro, right, Kev?
No, you're trying to be Haitian, but you're Jamaican. Go ahead.
You a dude I do a podcast with, right?
You're my bro. Go ahead.
I know. I want you to do something for me, bro. I want to give you a little
homework.
Mike.
Turn your volume up, Mike, a little bit, if you can.
My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead.
All right. I want you to do a homework assignment for me, bro. I want you to go look. Well, first, I want to say, Wayne, that hypothetical situation you made is literally what happened to the comedian Aziz Ansari. Look it up. It's literally what happened. But I
follow that story.
Okay. Kevin, I want you to go look up how many people actually made complaints in the Me Too movement. And then I want you to look up the population of women and find out what the percentage is from the people who had complaints in the Me Too movement to women in general.
Beautiful point. Great point.
Because in your mind, because you've seen it, because the media has picked it up, and because it had so much fanfare, you think it's a big thing. You think it's this thing that every man is
saying that for years.
My G, the majority of men get rejected from middle school till you die. We don't cry about it. The most thing that most men do is, you weren't that cute anyway, and they move on with their day.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't that big a deal to get rejected. Dudes, that's why whenever a dude wild out, it gets shown because it's out of whack. It's not normal.
Facts.
Okay? And you thinking that incels are bro, incels don't really holler at girls. Incels 50%. Are scared of women. Incels are and the little versions who sit at home, they make up 50%. 50% of men are virgins and are not getting any regular sex. Either virgins,
I don't think it's just incels.
They're either virgins or they're not getting getting regular sex. That's a majority of men. These men
Wait.
aren't hollering at girls. These are the dudes who look at a girl in the store and go, "Oh my gosh, she's beautiful," and then go home and beat off
And run the other way.
That's who those guys are. The guys who making women go, I can't stand him. That's a 10-15% of men who hollering at all the girls. That's a small percentage, bro.
Y'all capping.
So what's your definition of
capping,
incel? What's your definition of an incel then?
No. Y'all acting like there's problems that are out there that you're just ignoring, yo.
And look at the comment. Maria G says, I looked up the stats: 22 to 35-year-old men, 24% are incels.
Not even close.
That's a 13-year gap.
Not even close to
in that 13 years.
Thank you.
If you go down or up, I bet the number's lower.
Exactly.
Those are the dudes who don't know how to get coochie.
Exactly.
Right, and it grows all the time. But I'm not even just saying incels are just the main issue. I'm just talking about weirdos and creeps in general, yo. That's why we had the Me Too movement. That's why sex trafficking is a big issue. That's why there's laws in place.
Mix sex trafficking with lanes.
Yeah. You talking like are you talking about apples and peaches right now?
No, it correlates to what I said.
Oh, come on, man. Wow.
Those don't go together.
No.
That's
no. It correlates to what I said. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Say what you're saying.
No, it correlates to what I said because men prioritize like sex, getting cooch, in general, and that's why we're in the situation we're at.
And what do women prioritize?
After love.
You don't think women prioritize your resources?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's in the equation.
And they go and they prioritize just like a man go after sex. A woman goes after your status. Same way. Why you think women go crazy and run into the stage when they go to a concert, a rap concert, bro? And they not running to
so many baby mamas.
They not running to the chess tournaments. It's status. It's status, bro. It's so just like a man's vagina is his status and his resources and his money to a woman.
Facts.
Okay.
Period. How about his penis?
No.
Most women don't care about penis at the end of the day. They want it to be good. Man, let me tell you something. The average woman to tell you, I could care less about D. At the end, I'm not saying it's not important. Now. Wait, hold on.
Kev, you got to see in the respect that he's talking about it.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. It's not. It's important because she's a female, but it ain't at the top, bro. It's your resources, bro. It's your resources. It's your status. You know. Then the D. Trust me, she'll deal with a broke dude because he got good D, but it ain't gonna last long. If she gotta take care of him, that ain't in her DNA. The D could be good, but that 12-inch ain't gonna last long, bro. That 12-inch ain't gonna last no 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And he broke. Ain't gonna happen. Trust me. A woman will take a 6-inch, a guy who could work a 6 or 5-inch long, but got the resources and the money and the status any day before she take a guy with a 12-inch ain't got no job and broke.
Yo, ask any woman you know. Tell her to list the top 5 things she want in a man. 9 times out of 10, penis ain't gonna be in that top 5.
D gonna be last. D gonna be at the bottom.
If it
D
is,
gonna be at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
And you ain't gotta ask me.
Yeah, I wish we had more time.
Go ask women.
Hold on. Kevin J says the ones upset about rejection are usually those under 30 that didn't get coochie in high school and got rejected by their high school junior girls.
That's what I said. Yep.
So MD is saying, why did the media pick up on it? He was talking about the Me Too. And Ricardo said that it fit the narrative for what the media wanted to push. And Kevin J says that Me Too was about white women. Absolutely.
Yep.
MD, I don't really know. Man, if we running out of time, but I really don't know MD end goal here because he's saying incels have a broader meaning. So he basically been agreeing with Kevin all night.
Well, I just want to know what. I just want to know what his definition, what MD definition of incel.
Yeah, me too. Kevin J says incels lack social skills to engage women.
Yes,
that's what I said. Yep.
So Ricardo was saying, explain what an incel is. Yeah. So yeah, MD MD, what's your definition of an incel? Because that's a term that I've been hearing.
Right.
Kevin J.
So hold on, Trev. So I want to go back to Kev real quick about about penis not being important to women. Think about it, Kev.
But look what Kevin J put on there. That's what I'm glad you said. Kevin J says a woman prioritizes safety and security over
facts.
Yo,
I mean, Kev, look at it. Why you think strip clubs are not popular amongst women? Male strip clubs, porn is not popular amongst women. D pics. Most of the time, a woman is never asking for a D pic 9 out of 10 times. Okay, because that's not what they're going for first.
Not unless she's already decided that you're a quality man she wants to deal with. She's already gone through safety, security, height, attraction. Then she'll accept the D pic. You send a dude a coochie pic, ain't no dude been like, ma'am, how dare you?
Mm-hmm.
It's never happened. Even if I the coochie ugly, I'm still like, come on, bro.
Women are more auditory than visual. So porn wouldn't be something that they'd be into, but it would be correlated to like podcasts or like those nasty books like eroticas when it comes to that.
Hey, and what do all the guys in erotica books have in common? They're wealthy, they're tall, they have status, they got other women after them, but these men shun these other women just for this one vagina. It's not true.
Fantasy.
And you forgot good D in that equation. Yep.
Sir, you don't know about the D.
So
she
let me
imagines about the D.
Let me read this comment from Maria real quick. Maria says the Me Too movement was a response to actresses who took their Weinstein bag to advance a career. And and Keela puts the incel definition: a member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that they are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. So again, a low minority.
Right.
A low minority. I mean, a low percentage.
Yeah. And I'll even argue the hostile.
Yeah, the hostility thing. They always got to throw that in, but a very low percentage.
I'll even push back on that, because I mean those guys are into gaming, they're into all kind of technology stuff. They ain't even hostile. The reason they're just focused more on, they don't believe they can get women, so they put that energy into build. That's where you get the Steve Jobs. That's where you get these Mike Zuckerbergs. I mean, that's where you get the guys the Amazon guys. A lot of these guys, women wasn't their focus because they think they couldn't get women, so they put that all that penis energy into creating stuff that changed the world.
And the second they got money, they gave it to women because they freaking idiots and they don't know how to talk to girls.
Exactly.
There's what an incel is. There's a channel that I follow, and she likes to say that Andrew Tate is an incel, but
she's out her mind.
Yeah, but by the definition, there's nowhere in the hell that guy is an incel.
Yeah, she's out.
You can say that he's a lot of other things, but an incel, no. Again, and I don't have much to say on this topic. I've been quiet the entire time, but I agree with the sister a lot. But I think the words like incel and when we come up with these words, we're literally just spewing a bunch of bullcrap that we heard online. Just speaking words just to be speaking them, not knowing the true meaning behind them, because you can't look at certain men that lead with money or things like that to and consider them incels. They do it because they want something. Mike mentioned it earlier. It's a transaction. And if some women are presenting themselves as a transactional thing, then why not? I mean, like, why be what did Joe Clark say? Don't F around with it, be expeditious about it. Why play around with what you know. You're not gonna wife any of these chicks. None of these chicks get wifed. They get ran through by the community, just like they like to call us Community D. They get ran through, they get used and abused, and then when they get in their 30s and 40s and end up with all these babies, they cry and wish that they made better life choices. That's just the reality of things. And I wish that a lot of these women, that their dads would have hugged them and told them that it was going to be all right, and maybe they would have got the attention that they needed, and we wouldn't be in the situation that we are in right now. And that's what I got to say about that.
He couldn't, because their mama ran him off.
We don't have enough time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. Oh yeah, that. So MD, what were you saying wasn't true, man? Oh my goodness, boy, that was good. I didn't think the list was going to take so long, but whatever, it happens to be that way. Let's just read these last couple comments. Shout out to my brother-in-law coming in the building. Hey, Dwayne, you do know Man Talk Monday starts at 6. You come in when we're about to leave. So Ricardo says so basically the geeks that can't get the hot chicks. MD said that's not true. Ricardo says Andrew Tate an incel now. Tate is many things, but an incel is a stretch. Lil Kev, by the way, as a demographic, women as a demographic watch more porn than men. Maria G says they call Kevin for some Korean barbecue chicken. So let me see what this Lexi Smith. Men be fatherless. Here we go.
Hey,
Men be
right.
fatherless and try to hurry up and have sex with women. All of his fatherless behavior.
Men and women.
Lexi?
All men and women without fathers. And hey, I got lucky. I had good men in my life.
Wait. What?
Lexi, I don't know who you are, but we do have a rule over here. If a woman has a hot take, we will allow her to come on the panel, even though I'm getting ready to close the show down. So I'm gonna put this link in the chat.
Men be fatherless and try to hurry up and have sex with women. All of it is fatherless.
That's
yes,
why.
Sir.
No, it's called male nature. What is that? What?
That's why I want her to come up and
that's male nature.
Because sometimes
fatherless behavior.
Control your
can't say what you want to say in the chat.
Come on, man.
So give her the ability, if she'd like. You don't have to turn your camera on.
It's always about. It's always about
and say what you want to say.
Oh, sorry, Chuck. Go ahead.
You got the opportunity. If you want to come up and join the panel, like I say, you don't have to turn your camera on. You can come up here. We give you the opportunity uninterrupted to say what you want to say. So we don't attack your view without knowing the full context behind it. Because a lot of times in texting, you can't really get your point out. So we're gonna be on for about 2 or 3 more minutes. So the invitation is out there.
And see, this is where a lot of times, right? Like, I mean, I won't go too deep on this, but like to her comment, this is a lot of times women set themselves up to be lied to, right? Because it's like what happens is that she sound like she doesn't understand male nature. So what happened is that a guy could be all about the sex but can cover up and everything else. And then once he get the sex, then he's still out of there. It's just some guys are straightforward about it, and some guys are not. Some guys are reserved about it. Some guys are genuine. Some guys aren't. But women set themselves up to be lied to because they don't understand male nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now, it's like, okay, I want the sex, but I gotta go around the corner and through the woods and do all this pretending until I get it. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if a man likes you, he likes you. He gonna stick around. If he don't, he don't. It's okay for a woman to get rejected after sex. Okay, like women think that because I give you sex, a man automatically has to give you his life. Wait, so you're telling me that I can't find something in you that I didn't like after sex, or you said something, or you know what I'm saying, you did something, and I don't have a choice to say, you know what, I'm okay. And because of that, I'm a PS or I'm a fatherless guy or this and that. No, that's crazy. That's a part of the game. Sex is a part of dating. Sex is a part of the dating market. Period. Face it. Because what society tells us is that we got to accept the fact that women want men to take them out on first dates, spend money, and we don't even know what kind of intangibles they're going to bring to the table as a partner. But yet we still got to spend money. We still got to be charming. I still got to buy you gifts, not even knowing what type of partner you're going to be. But up front, I'm already putting out my value, my resources. So it's just like I say, man, it's the culture got this whole thing skewed to the point where it's like everything is reserved and kept, and women are victims, and men are just these horrible guys that just slinging cock everywhere, and women don't want nothing but pure spiritual relationship. It's horseshit.
Wayne,
Can I ask you something?
I think you took what she said wrong. I don't think she was applying it to all men. I think she was making a specific distinction about men who make bad decisions when it comes to sex. I think just how women without fathers make those rash decisions. They don't have anyone to show them how to have discretion, how to move a certain way. The guys without fathers do the same thing. They try to act like having sex with a bunch of women makes them a man. They try to prove them machismo by, oh, look how many women I dominated. They think that is what's making manhood, or that's what manhood is about. And when you grow up with a father, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that men aren't sexual beings, because we are.
Yeah.
I'm saying, and I don't think she was attacking that. I think she was saying that men without fathers move different, and they come from a place of lacking a man to show them what being a man is. So they go off of what TV, hip hop, and other men tell them being a man is, and that is running out there and dominating some coochie. That's what I think she was saying. I don't think she was attacking men. I think she hit the trigger, bro, because you was woo. I ain't never seen that line flame up like that in my life.
Look at
it's just no. It's just to make a direct distinction of that. It's just so it's you again.
I agree with what Mike is saying though. Like I don't think she was making that's why I want, because again, I could there she goes. We're gonna let her talk first.
Everybody quiet, let her jump on.
All right, let me mute up. I'll mute up.
Mute up.
Yeah, hold on. Let me throw this overlay up just in case, because you never know. This could be one of them people.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. How are you?
Hey everybody, I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're good. Well. We're gonna be it's all on you, ma'am.
Yeah. So the comment was in response to what you were saying, like how women make things like transactional now. I guess you were referencing sex. So I feel like it's fatherless behavior for men to immediately meet women and then be super sexual, like on the first date or within like the first hour or two or day or two within getting somebody's number. I understand he said like, oh, that's a man's nature or whatever, but it's just like, if you're trying to court a woman, if we're talking about courting, then you're going to act like a gentleman. But if you're just trying to have a good time, I'm going to assume you're just trying to have a good time. If you're mentioning sex to me so soon, and it just doesn't seem like you were raised by your father or a father figure who was teaching you how to deal with women. So I'm going off of the way that you're acting to me. You want sex out of me? I'm going to try to think, okay, well, what can I get? Since I have to have sex with you fast or we're going to move on or what have you, I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'm not going to have sex with you without benefiting from the situation. Do you know how many people or how many women would actually sleep with that want to sleep with them just by texting them, getting their number? Even like at the store, when a man be like, oh, yeah, you look good, such and such, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to get you to go home with me, whatever. Like, all of that is being super sexual. That seems like fatherless behavior to me. It doesn't seem like a man had conversations with you on how to treat women and deal with women that you're actually interested in. That part to me doesn't make sense.
Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne, I'm gonna stay out of that one.
Which I think she was addressing Mike with the transactional.
No, she was addressing. I'm the one made the transactional statement, but
oh yeah,
I'm the host, so I don't.
Oh
really,
yeah.
I
Okay,
don't
so I'll
really get
respond to
into
that.
it. I let
Yeah.
y'all handle that.
So again, Miss Lisa, sex is always on the table. Now, again, some guys are direct, some guys are indirect. Now I don't know what level are you saying how guys are direct when they're first coming off, as if they're coming at it in a just a creepy way, just coming straight out, or if they're because like I said, when I'm dating, when I was out there dating and I'm having a conversation with a woman, even if I'm into her, yeah, I'm going to make sure that sex is on the table. That's just the game. Just like you said is it fair to say that women that come straight at men and want his resources and funds off the top, when you say that's motherless behavior? So I mean, that's what I'm just saying. From a male's nature, sex is always on the table. But I don't know if you're saying that the guy is being direct as far as like aggressive with it or what. But whether he likes you or not, whether he takes his time with you or not, or is it Lexi? Sex is always on the table, always. Just like you're wondering about his resources and how he handles himself about bills and responsibility. You know what I mean? That's to you, that's sex. That's a man's vagina. You know what I'm saying? And that's always on the table for you. You know what I'm saying? How he's carry himself, this and that. Well, for men, it's sex. Sorry, I know women hate it, but it's sex is always on the table.
I got 2 points and I'll make them quick, Trev.
Me too.
All right. One, the reason men act like that, like the dude at the store who just came out with sex real fast, is because women perpetrated a lie back in the day where they said, well, I like sex. Why don't men just tell the truth? If all you want is some coochie, just say it. And God said, okay, I'll say it. But women, there's very few women who'll do it. You know what I'm saying? It was a game to see if they could trick guys to do it, and guys did it. It is what it is. The second thing I'll say is I think you're flawed. Your argument is flawed because to me, unless you're out there trying to get some money and trying to get some Jimmy, then if that's what you're about, then I'm not really trying to hear you. But if you're out there and you're saying you want love, you want a real connection, you want realness with a man, if a man comes to you and in the first 5 minutes is talking about sex, your next option isn't, oh, well, I'm gonna see what I can get out of him. It's, thank you for your time, sir. You have a good day. I'm done with you. That should be what your next step is. My problem is apparently these modern women decide, oh, well, let me go ahead and see what I can get out of him. If that's the move you're going to make, you can't complain about what happens after that. You're signing up for the same BS game that he's playing. And if that's what you're going to do, you take what comes with it. But
it goes back to what I was saying was it's about the nature. She just proved my point. It's about the nature of men and women. Okay, if you're going to come at me about the sex, okay, I'm going to come at you about the money. It's transactional. Right. Again, it boils it down to what I've just been saying. Between men and women, whatever level it is, it's about money and sex, period.
Go ahead, Kev.
No, hey, Mike, finish your point, because I got to ask Lexi something, and I know Kev wanted to ask her something. And then
I said, Kev, I'm done. I'm good.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna mute up.
Mute up. Go ahead, Kev. Get your joint off.
Okay, cool. It's just quick. One, I want to say, Lex, I don't blame you for feeling the way you feel about that.
Of course.
Because
you don't.
There's something called a serial monogamist, where just to get cooch or just to get peen too, guys and girls would date or stick around with that same person just to get as much cooch as they can, or pickle as they can, in order to not look like a hoe, or in order to not look weird. But the apprehensiveness is like too many times guys have been used to get like a free lunch or a free meal, free flight to like Cancun and stuff like that.
And that's not motherless behavior. Let's call that motherless behavior.
That's homeless behavior, actually. That's homeless behavior. But yeah, I don't blame guys for feeling that way, but at the same time, I don't blame women for feeling that way because there are such issues as pump and dumps, to where, yeah, you said you were feeling me, and then I text you and the number's blocked, or I can never reach you, or you just straight up say you just wanted that. So I don't blame both parties. I think they're both at fault, um but yeah, I, I had something else to say, but I'm let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go.
Can we
So
timestamp that? Kevin said, "I don't blame men." I've never heard him say it before ever in my life. Somebody timestamp that.
Go for it.
Lexi, I do wanna ask you a question.
I'm listening.
How did you find out about the show? Because I haven't seen your name over here before.
Somebody actually referred me to watch the show. I
Okay.
guess one of my friends watched the show and they was like, "You should tune in. They go live on Monday night or whatever." I haven't been able to sit in on the entire thing, but I just popped in and I heard you talking about the whole transactional thing, so that's why I just chimed in on that piece. But I haven't been able to watch the entire thing down.
Okay.
Can I
Well,
say one more thing?
yeah, what we do,
We appreciate you.
this is our Man Talk Monday show, that we do every Monday night at 6 p.m. This is the Straight Talk Society. I sound like I'm about to go in commercial mode, where we have a vast variety of different shows. We'll be doing our politics show tomorrow. We have wrestling, we have biblical debates, all type of things. But you're more than welcome to always come on, and we do give women top priority to come on the panel, especially if it's to rebut something that we are saying. So I do want to ask you this next thing though, because you're new over here, and a lot of what we do, what you may have came in on, is not necessarily what we're about when we do the show. um our whole thing is we just want men and women to be better. So as harsh as it may come off, at the end of the day, we want women to be better, and we want men to be better, because we feel that that's the only way that our community will go on and prosper. So let me ask you this question: what do you think? Because a big talking point that we have over here is how women now, this modern women, this new age woman, they lead with, it used to be modest, like, oh man, you got to wait to get this, or you won't even get so much as a kiss. Whereas now a woman would rather show you her insides than to tell you her real name. Like, what do you, I don't know how old you are or anything like that. What do you feel about that? Because that's like, I harp heavy on that, and Mike does it, but just in a more aggressive way. But like, that's always my biggest thing. Like, come on, man, y'all got to stop. You got to get some standard about yourself. You got to get some, you got to get back to the old way of doing things. I'm very traditional, as they tell me. So what are your thoughts on that?
That's actually a really great question. I feel like what has happened, and I was literally just thinking about this earlier. I feel like what has happened is we've figured out how to, women specifically, I'm referencing, we figured out how to pretty much play the long game in a short period of time. So we understand, like he mentioned earlier, that sex is a man's nature. So now we're offering it in a teasingly way to still, at the end of the day, get what we want out of you guys. So we just use it like body enhancements. We have figured out what you guys like to see, what you guys like to hear. So we kind of use it as a way to flip it on you guys to still ultimately get what we want. Since we know that sex is a man's nature, it's like, okay, like I said, what can I get out of you now that I've teased you? I've showed you my titties. I've shook my ass a little bit. Now you DMing me. Now you texting me. Oh, what can I see you? What can I da 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 da? It's a game that now we're playing with you guys, instead of ending up heartbroken and crying about wanting to be in a relationship or being pursued by a man, and he wasn't genuine. He just wanted to have sex, and we're left with nothing. We're still just looking around, and we're like, okay, like now we're no longer, a lot of women are not dating for love. We're dating for money or what we could get out of a man, because for a long time men have just dated to see what they could get out of a woman. And now I feel like we've just flipped it, and we've understood, like, okay, Men are super visual. So this is what they want to see. This is what they want to look at. And like you said, that has kind of watered down the dating because it's like, okay, I really want to get at you. You let me get at you, whatever. The fun is over. It's not a chase anymore. Like, I know I could get online or whatever, pay to see what I want to see from like somebody I went to high school with. She got a link in her bio. Now I can see her naked. And I've been wanting to see her naked for the past 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So now we've just flipped it in a way so we're making money off of it or getting whatever we want out of men. To be honest, that's how I feel about it.
An honest woman. An honest
Hey,
woman.
Lexi, quick
Great
question.
point.
Quick question, Lexi.
Mhm.
You said before women were crying because they weren't getting a relationship and they felt like they were losing, and now they're getting money out of men. After you get the money and the money's gone, what are you left with? What's the difference between then and now?
I'm left with different experiences. Me personally, I get multiple things out of men, such as like educational courses, things that are going to help me in the future. I'm really not the type of girl who will request like you to buy me a bag or something like that. I'd rather you buy me something that will allow me to earn a bag. I don't want you to just give me something that's going to depreciate as soon as you give it to me. I'd rather you give me something that I can, in the long run, even if you're not around, like a course or something where I can expand that and have a trade or a skill later on. But you invested in me to allow me to do that. And you also got what you wanted. We both benefited.
That's still the short run. I'm talking about when you're 45 and you got all you can get, and now you're no longer popping. What do you have left?
Depending on what I got from you, maybe a career, maybe a business that's still running or something like that. These are investments that are going towards something that I'll be able to use in the future, not like a bag or
No,
something like that.
are y'all not paying attention to what she says?
Wayne, don't do it. Wayne.
All right,
Don't do
all right,
it.
okay, go. I'm mute up.
Mike, it all
I'm
go
ready to
back-
defend you. Don't worry.
Mike, it all go back to money. It all go back to money.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. She
I hear
just
that.
contradicted what she just said about men and sex. She just all right. Go ahead. I'm gonna chill.
Relax, calm down.
Yeah,
How did I contradict
wow.
myself?
I
Tell
never
me how I'm
seen Wayne
contradicting
like this.
myself. How did I contradict myself?
At the end of the day, your career ain't keeping you warm. Your career isn't love. Your career isn't happiness. Just like they say, degrees don't keep you warm in bed. Your career won't either. If all you getting out of men is money or access to what you think are the finer things in life, by the end of the day, you're not going to be able to love, because you're going to see men as a mining node or a gold mine or something to be used, and that makes loving someone that you look at as a resource instead of a human being, it makes it harder to connect with those people. So you might be younger than me and you might think this is the way to go, but I promise there's a reason that Black women are 75% unmarried by the time they're in their 40s, because they think like this.
Is that statistic on Google though? I don't like when people give out statistics that are not Googleable.
Ma'am, that
So I can
statistic
look that
is
up
from
real
the
quick.
government.
But what
it
are
up.
men getting when you guys just have sex with us and then leave us alone? Like he
Answer
said,
the
a pump and
question,
dump.
Mike.
What are you guys getting in the end game?
I don't think.
Answer the question, Mike.
No, I don't
Since
think.
she
Mike
gonna
said
fit
that,
in perfect
I'm
over
sorry,
here.
Wayne said that men are sexual natured.
Yes.
And
I
you're
don't think.
saying we're not getting anything in the long run. And Kevin said pump and dump. What are you guys getting in the long run from just having sex with all these women that you guys decided to have sex with?
I'm gonna tell you just like this. I don't prescribe to men going out and having sex with every woman. I don't. If you don't listen to the show, so you don't know how I get down. I'm a proponent in finding the woman that's right for you and getting married and being in love. But the people of today are all about boning and getting money. And you don't see it now. When you get to that age and you start seeing you and your homegirls taking your homegirl trips, and all you're doing is finding new guys to bone, and you're coming back and it ain't nothing, and your kids grow up and they move on to their families or to their own girl sister groups or whatever, you're going to see the difference. You won't listen to me now because I'm just some weird dude on the podcast that you don't know. But when that day hits you and you're no longer able to run out there and get the same level of guy that you could get or get the man to give you the money that you could get before or to give you the opportunities, it's going to be different. It's the same thing for dude. Every man in this world, especially in this podcast, knows the worst thing you could be in your life is the old man in the club trying to holler at young girls. Every man in here knows that. They know it in their soul. And the only thing worse than that is the old woman who outside talking about men ain't junk when she 55. They
that's
both
a
pathetic and sad.
generalization and an assumption. You're assuming that I'm not married.
No.
I never said I was
I'm
married
not
or
talking
single.
about you. I'm talking
Hope you're
about
not.
women.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Generally, that's a generalization, though.
Yeah, hold on.
That's all I can do.
Lexi, let's do this because I went well over my time and I want to hear what MD has to say. Are you free on Mondays?
What time does this start?
We start at 6 o'clock. The actual Man Talk Monday show starts at 6 Eastern time.
Generally, I am. I know definitely I can tune in, tap in next Monday, and be on the panel if you guys are open to that.
Yeah, because I want you to come back because we could. So normally what we do, we'll play videos, react to certain things. And I do have a couple of videos to play next week that I've been putting off that I'm pretty sure you'll have something to say about. What I would like for you to do though is make sure that you bring this enthusiasm because you got Wayne riled up like I've never seen before.
No, don't play that. No, don't play that. No,
to a point where you got Mike. I
just read between the lines. She said
so I would so I'd first ask you please make sure and subscribe to the channel first of all, and hit that notification bell on the Man Talk Monday shows. I always put a premiere out for them before they come on because we'd love to have this conversation with you next week. I'm not telling you got to get off the panel, but what happens with these shows, I try to keep them under that 2.5 hour mark. And MD did want to say something, so I do want to hear what MD has to say. You don't have to go nowhere. I'm just saying I'd love to have you back next week because I think Mike has Mike is the researcher of the team. Mike will go. You asked about numbers. Don't mess with Mike and those numbers. Michael will hit you with numbers that you never thought existed. So that's all I'm saying. So I
no doubt. I appreciate you guys inviting me up here.
Yeah, I would love for you to come back. And if you got any homegirls that's like you, I mean, because us men, we can sit up here and talk all day. We love to retort back and forth with the women because at the end of the day, what this channel is about is getting I'm just gonna assume you're a black woman. If you're not, please forgive me, but this channel is to get black men and black women together to help build the community because I mean at the end of the day we're all that we got. So like I said, you don't have to go anywhere. I just want to hear MD real quick before I close the show out. So go ahead, MD, because you've been caping all night.
Yeah, peace. What's going on? Hey, real quick, I just want to say I might have to end up doing a show on the history of the
here you go,
the incel movement and how it morphed into the manosphere. Now check this out.
MD, man. You gotta stop that. Bro.
It ain't gonna be me talking. It ain't gonna be me talking. I'ma bring reference.
No,
it ain't gonna be me.
You gonna bring who?
I said I'm gonna bring references. It ain't gonna be me talking.
Oh man! All right, well, invite me on the show. Invite me on the show because I ain't gonna let you.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right.
MDV Wayne.
Shout out to you anyway, MD. Though you're a soldier.
Yeah, no doubt. Respectfully. So what I'm saying is, the incel movement. Yes, it did start as an online thing and voluntary celibacy and all of that. What happened was the political landscape of the incel movement changed based off misandry or feminine misconduct. A conservative viewpoint. I'm gonna prove that in my show. What I'm telling you is it's been plenty of references, including people in the manosphere that have referred to themselves as incels. I'm prove that. So that's all I wanted to say.
Keela, can you put the link to MD's channel in the chat? Y'all make sure and subscribe to the MD20. This is gonna be a show you don't want to miss. I'll make sure once he puts the thumbnail up to put it on my wall so we could all check it out, and I'll make sure and send it to you, Wayne, so you could jump on if you had time.
One more thing, real quick. Here's a gotcha right here. The ADL and the SELC, based on the dude that killed them people that considered himself an incel. They put the term incel as a hate term, right? In terms of feminine hate. When the manosphere started, and I ain't talking about the little Chitlin circuit manosphere. I'm talking about the overall aspect of what the manosphere does. When it started, I forget the guy's name, but he actually put in an appeal to the ADL and the SELC to take incel off of the hate group speech federally. So that's a caveat. That's all I'm gonna say.
Who are you a part of the manosphere?
Me?
Yes, you.
Man, I'm an individualist. I ain't part of no group.
So how do you know how do you know what the manosphere stands for? How do you know that most of the manosphere?
Because I can read and watch and research.
Man, you going by these? So it's a vlog? Is it these vlogs? You got to be careful.
I don't go by vlog. I go by federal document. I'm gonna show the federal document of the person in the manosphere.
But showing the word. Don't forget, we live in a feminist society, so a lot of things are slanted. So you won't admit that?
I'm an individual. I can't admit anything about a group or a person. I keep telling you that.
All right,
I don't go by the aspect that we live in a feminist society. I don't do that. I live in my own bubble.
All right, yeah. I just hate that argument. I hate that. It's a horrible argument.
It ain't gonna be no argument. It's gonna be fact.
Well, bring it.
Put on the table.
All right, bring it.
Via document.
I'll be there.
And that's all I got, man. Peace, y'all.
We'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
See, Kevin, if you get more fiery, that could be us.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. So we got something coming up. MD is gonna do y'all know MD is a political plug over here, man. MD is he taking this thing political. So we are coming up on that 2.5 hour mark. So I do want to give Lexi the opportunity to close out. There was a funny thing in the chat earlier. I didn't Maria G said that she hopes that Lexi is where is it?
She said
the grandma and me wants to set Kevin and Lexi up on a date.
Man, Lexi, Kevin alive.
I'm open on Saturdays and Sundays.
So Lexi, again, I appreciate you coming. I really appreciate you coming over here and giving your viewpoints. Please make sure and subscribe to the channel. And you also, like I said, any woman with your viewpoints, any of your friends, whether they agree with you or not, we always allow women to come on the panel just as a different view from what we're saying. Because again, we are 4 men talking about things that women are in the chat typing crazy about. So you can go ahead and just give us your closing words before you leave. And you do have the open invitation for next week if you want to come on, because we will be doing the same thing next week, same time, same place.
Okay, well, again, it was nice meeting you guys. I don't feel any type of way about anything that is said. I don't say anything to try to disrespect anybody. I'll just be respectful coming on and joining you guys. I'm not ready to reveal if I'm single, if I'm married, because I feel like y'all gonna try to use that against me. So if I do, I might just send Kevin a DM. I'm not gonna tell y'all yet.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell y'all. I feel like y'all gonna try to use that against me.
We already know.
Stay mysterious. And I'm gonna stay mysterious.
We already know.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get to know you guys and continue to see what you guys are putting out there. What you guys are using this platform for. It was nice meeting you guys.
You never had to worry about anybody disrespecting you over here, because we will not allow it. We just don't allow it. If the moderators don't get them, then I'll make their mothers feel it, just eviscerating them on the microphone. That's just how I am. But like I said, you do have the open invitation next week to come back. we do start. The show starts at 5:45, but that's normally just me going over all the announcements for the week, just what's coming up, because we do so many different other shows over here. But Man Talk Monday is the flagship show of the channel. So this is where you get all the juicy all the juicy stuff. So
is that Eastern? 5:45 p.m. Eastern?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is where you could come on and you could bang it out with Wayne and Mike. Kev will probably agree with you 90% of the time, and me, I'm Switzerland. I stay out of it for the most part. So we thank you for coming on over.
You guys are more than welcome. You guys have a great night.
All right, you too.
You as well. Be safe, Mom.
Thank you.
Yo,
right,
Kevin.
Kev, go and take us home, Kev. You're trying to be slick. Dropping in your DMs.
Excuse me? I'm innocent in here. But I saw that comment, Ricardo.
She was very nice though. Like she's very normally when women come up here, they come combative. Like they already know what they want to say versus listening and then saying something. They come up here like, I don't want to hear that. So I appreciate that. I mean, but we got sensible women over here on Straight Talk Society. So I miss Dwayne's wife. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I gotta ask Dwayne what's up with her, because her and her homegirl wanted to come up here and get in a little fisticuffs with us. So I gotta reach out. I gotta reach out to them and see what's going on. So go and take us home, Kev, so I can get out of here.
For sure. Just call me Mr. Bowling Pin, because I'll be knocking them down, you know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I like her. I like the fact that she checked Mike and Wayne. I didn't expect to see Mike stutter like that. He was like, oh, she made a good point. Mike don't stutter. Okay. Good thing this is recorded. Yeah. Yeah. She lit. I definitely want to see her again. And yeah, I wish we had more time on that last topic, yo, because it was getting juicy, but and my bad, I was getting a little too heated. Not heated, but a little too hyped. But yeah, y'all made some good points. I can't disagree with a lot of stuff you said, but there are a few things that I gotta double back to. But yeah, good show, y'all. Good seeing y'all again, and make sure y'all stay in good health and mental health especially. Same with you, chat. Y'all crack me up. And Maria, if you can do that for me, listen, I'll get you some Haitian patties or empanadas or whatever your nationality is. I don't know, but I'm Kevin the Maker. Peace.
But you don't even know what she looked like, Kev.
Yes, he do.
I saw a picture.
Yeah, she was cute as
She had a picture.
Oh, she got a picture? Oh, okay. I didn't see. Okay.
Caramel cupcake.
Yeah, when she was in the chat, you saw her picture. But
okay. Oh, I see. I can't see the chat.
On the panel, it didn't have it just was blank.
Oh, okay.
And Kev, by the way, so what I am going to do, Kevin sent me another companion. It technically wasn't a companion video to this, but I think it is. So I'm gonna replay this one again at the beginning of the show Monday, and then I'm gonna play the companion piece right behind it. And then we could kind of go off on that, unless something else crazy happened next week. Who knows the way this thing is going on? But man, stay safe, man, and make sure you cover your peen.
Hey Kev, holla at me, bro. It's been too long since I seen you.
Yeah, we got to. Okay. Oh, and then if MD does that show, definitely invite me or let me know.
Yeah, just go subscribe to MD's channel. It's in the chat. Okay. The MD20, and make sure y'all subscribe to the welcome to the Straight Talk Society. That's the backup channel just in case.
For sure. Peace, guys.
That link is in the chat also. Wayne, if I'm gonna tell you on the wrestling show every Wednesday, I started doing something where I give out an award called the greatest wrestler of all time of the week. If I had to do that today, you was on one today, man. This is the Wayne that I know that piss everybody off. So they don't know about this Wayne. Like I know this is the Wayne that I be talking to all the time that just piss everybody off. So I was wondering when it was going to finally come out, but yeah, man,
Hey, man.
go and take us home.
I don't mind being the villain, bro. I'm like Joker. I think it all needs to burn down and be rebuilt. But anyway, uh no, shout out to the chat. Kev, Mike, Trev, y'all boys keeping it tight. Stay on top of things. Love the show. Let's keep it going. Let's get this thing going all the way up to the top. Shout out to all the fellas in the panel, all the women in the all the fellas and the women in the chat. Great show. That's it, man. I'm out. We'll do it again next week. Same time, same channel.
Black Lion, middle of Voltron.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Mike, go and take us home so I can get out of here.
I would like to state that Maria G and I are no longer friends because she immediately tried to hook Kevin up with the cute girl. Like I ain't single. Like I thought we was friends. Like what happened? Holla at my retrograde sister. I hope you come back. You are missed. She knows who she is. Holla at Trevor's beard because he's kept him cool all show. He ain't yelling at me about nothing. And he agreed with 99% of what I said. And he said I was right 4 separate times. It was amazing. It was amazing. Holla at my chat. You know what it is. Key Tot, Nene, Twin. You know what it is, Twin. And Kev J. Like, I don't know what happened to you, bro, but you're the real Kev, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're the real one. You're the real. And sadly, I'm starting to come around to that. Just go ahead and agree to be single thing. I'm going to go ahead and die alone, but I'm going to have a nice computer with me. It's going to be dope. Everybody else in the chat, Juju showed up. Much love. Remember, I'm going to change my thing. It's not women just be talking. It's going to be women and Kev just be talking. I'm going to go ahead and switch that up because, yeah. But holla at everybody. You are loved. You know what it is. Keatot, happy birthday again. Belated because I love you bunches. You're awesome sauce. And I'm out this month.
How's your daughter doing? I forgot to ask you.
Oh, her fever finally broke on Friday. And then I think she got me sick because I was stuck in bed all Saturday. So then she gonna come lay on me. And I'm like, you trying to get sick again if you don't get out of here? And now she all happy and she with her mom this week. Oh, here go the funny thing. She got detention for the first time because some girl pushed her and she pushed the girl back. And I said, and she was like, my daddy said, don't let nobody push me. And I said, you know what? You a tattletale, but you don't let nobody push you. That go ahead and balance out. I'm gonna let that ride. Go ahead and do what you do, baby girl. Her mom texted, her mom wrote me and was like, no, her mom and her husband, they both wrote me and was like, yeah, man, we feel you on that one. I'm like, you damn right. They were like, we might have to get her in fighting classes instead of acting classes because she's gonna have to learn to throw these. She's skinny and pretty. You know, they're gonna hate on her.
Yeah, so, I'm damn sure putting my daughter in some MMA classes.
Come on. You gotta get them on the ground and pound, baby.
Yeah.
Much love, chat. Much love, Trev. You're doing a good job. Holla at your boy.
All right, Mike. Well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. Another fantastic episode of Man Talk Monday. Man, I love doing this show, man, because you never know. I thought the list was only going to go for about 20 minutes. It ended up going for an hour. And then we got into the second, into the video that Kevin sent me a couple of weeks ago. And then you had Lexi hear us say something, and she came on and aired her differences, which that's what it's all about. Open panel, especially when it comes to the women. To the men, if you're gonna come on and just say something, fine, but we're not gonna let you sit up here all show just because I gotta take care of my co-host first. But we do show favoritism when it comes to the women, just because 9 out of 10 they disagree with what we're saying, and we like to hear it from that woman's point of view, and get that back and forth. So be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. for Tape Fist Politics. They will be talking about the new Speaker of the House. That's where you can hear Van Cat, MD, Mike, and Ricardo as they banter about everything political, black men talking politics. Tremendous show. Y'all make sure and tune into that. Then Wednesday, Van Cat and MD, I'm telling you now, I already got like 100 slides for Wrestling with Reality. I mean, so much happened this week. We got so much stuff to go through, so we need to just get in and get out. So we will be doing Wrestling with Reality. The show starts at 5:45 p.m. Eastern time. That is this Wednesday. And then Thursday night, we will have the debate between Brother Reginald Young and Brother Duran. So y'all make sure and tune into that. That will be a tremendous thing. And if you haven't, please go back and check out the Dolphins deep dive from yesterday as I recap the win from the good guys, the Miami Dolphins. Listen, and y'all got to admit, the Miami Dolphins got the best throwback uniforms ever. I mean, oh God, they're so beautiful. Oh, they're just so beautiful. Those throwbacks, I wish they could wear them all year. With the old school dolphin on the helmet, just tremendous, just tremendous. Shout out to Tyreek Hill, first receiver in NFL history on 61 receptions to have 1,000 yards receiving in just 8 games. You have the front runner for the MVP, my man, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. It's just a good thing all the way around. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Keela, the best moderator in the business. Ricardo, Maria G, Michelle was over here. Big Kev, Lexi, Eddie Israel's brother, man. Those of you who watching in the clouds that don't want to say anything, hey, it's all good. Just make sure you keep watching, and we will keep entertaining you, and we will keep bringing this society forward. If you haven't, please make sure and go over there and like the new channel, the backup channel, straight. Welcome to the society. Welcome to the society. The number 2, and we'll just in case. And we will promise that we'll keep bumping out things to entertain you with. We'll give you the informative stuff, and we will entertain you. So, with all that being said, I leave you with these words. Oh, before I leave you with my words, just to piggyback off of what I said earlier, just make sure before you get too busy tomorrow, just to stop and smell the roses, man. Just stop and smell the flowers. Take time out, smell the flowers. You don't have to work. You don't have to work so hard. I know everybody's busy. Hell, I'm so busy because I'm getting ready to go on vacation, and so that's an extra month's worth of stuff on top of me. So just give it time though. Stop and smell the roses. I've already gonna look on the calendar for a day that I could play hooky. That me and my wife could just chill, because that's important to me. So y'all just make sure and take time for yourself. Take your mental days. If you got to take your mental days, if you got to take a mental week or a mental couple of days, take your time off, because I was shocked. There was a young man that died, and it seemed like his job position was already in the paper hours after his death. So in the grand scheme of things, when you look at it, these companies really don't care about you. They say they do, but to them, you're just another number. You're just another bottom line. So you got to be there for the people that love you, the people that respect you, which is your family. Luckily for me, like I got two females. I can say two females because I can't say women. One of them was a woman. One's a little girl that care about me, and that want to see me do great things. So they keep me grounded. And not for nothing, that's the reason why I don't retaliate on a lot of you nutbags out there. It's just because of them. Like, they legit just keep me grounded to where I realize that what I have in life is so much greater than what you guys have in life that I kind of feel sad for you. And that's pretty much it. That's why I haven't retaliated. That's why I haven't said anything, just because I realize what I have in life is so much greater than what you guys have in your miserable life. And I mean that as arrogantly as it sounded, as arrogant as I could be with that. I really mean that. So that's where we are with that. So with all that being said, I leave you with these words. always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Hey, at some point before this year is up, we will have Straight Talk Society t-shirts. And guess what? I'm going to restart the podcast next year. How am I going to find time to do it? I don't know, but it has to be done. Shout out to everybody who came by to watch, man. Shout out to the baddest panel in the world, the best show on YouTube on Mondays. Please find me a show that's better. Hey, but we'll see you guys tomorrow for Tape Fist Politics. Peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy.
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that, just for no reason.
Yeah, man.